LH86 will end any fight. Quick to draw, easy to aim. Gemini's here to win the game. LH86 R97 C54. Gemini's weapons, we give you more. Precision, power, rapid fire. You get your Gemini and rise higher. When enemies swarm and you need to persist, the R97's fire turns into red mist. Automatic blast, no one gets through. With Gemini strength, the fight's on you. LH86 R97 C54. Gemini's weapons, we give you more. Precision, power, rapid fire. You get your Gemini and rise higher. And then fast fire in a tight squeeze. The C54's got the speed to please. Spray and play, make your foes run. With Gemini, you've already won. From short to long, we'll take the lead. Gemini fire built for speed. Red mist in the air, foes didn't last. With Gemini power, victory's fast. Gemini weapons built to last. In every fight, enemies never get past.
What was that? Oh, right. Can I come down from the ceiling yet? Oh.
So I have to go up to the ceiling, I guess.
Yep. Join me in the ceiling gang.
Rafter gang, rafter gang.
That's substitute medical officer.
Nurse Turles.
Howdy.
Hello. I am in the rafters, by
I did
the
it
way.
again, guys. I freaking did it again. You know what? Except this time, it wasn't you, it was me. Now they couldn't hear me this time. See, I was just trying to give you guys credit, trying to make up for my errors last time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
They heard my riveting commentary on us just floating up in the
Well, like I said, this stream has been interesting so far. Yep, I'm calling in the final ship. This stream has been interesting so far. We've had issue after issue. You know, my computer's just been trying to fight me this entire time. By entire time, I mean like the last hour trying to get this all set up. PTU has also not been cooperative. We're actually doing live gameplay today, doing live gameplay on the PTU, as I previously mentioned. Since I kind of already went through the intro and you couldn't hear me, I'm probably not going to do it again. I'll do it again next week though. Don't worry guys, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. So anyways, welcome guys. Glad you're all here. Noctilus, Stompy, and Dr. Krendor. Today we are going to be looking at a few ships. Sorry, I should have waited and give you guys a little bit more time.
All good.
We're going to be looking.
We're just nodding at each other up here.
Right. We're going to be looking at a few ships today. Among those ships, we're going to look at the Zeus ES, the Zeus CL, and we're going to compare it against last year's entry into the new ship pool, which is the C1, the Spirit C1. We're going to look at some of the vehicles. Well, we were going to look at a lot more vehicles than we currently have. Unfortunately, again, PTU is very uncooperative. We might be able to get the pulse pulled out and done. We have a NERSA and we have the Atlas. I'm just gonna go over a couple of key features. Get this moved.
Oh,
And then once
sweet.
we're done looking at the ships and talking about the pros, cons, and everything else, the ins and outs, we're probably gonna drift into off-topic situations. I got a few other topics kind of pinned that we can jump into, and we'll see where the conversation takes us. So.
Are you trying to land it on top of him?
No, I'm just hovering.
So take the C1, put it at the end of the hangar. And then we're gonna put the Zeuses side by side. We're gonna put them docking port to docking
move
port.
over.
Yeah. So let me
Interlock for triangles.
Oh, careful. Yeah, docking port to docking port. I'll open all doors here. We'll get one down first, and then we'll get the other one positioned dock to dock.
I don't have my stick set up. I haven't flown keyboard in a while.
No, that's exactly my situation, because my key bindings are all messed up right now.
If you want to back it up a little bit, line your dock up with a circle in the center, and then I'll match you.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, that works too.
So good, I got it.
You're almost
I got
there.
it.
Get closer. Touch tips.
I think that's close enough.
Why are you like the C1?
You could probably walk that gap. Yeah, that's good.
What? The C1 is just spazzing out for no reason.
Classic C1.
It's just jealous.
Perfect. That's good, Kel.
Oh, we got it closer yesterday.
I mean, you can still walk across it. It's all good.
Hang on, is this the ES or the CL? Well, it looks like ES. Yeah, ES.
There we go. All right. All right. So I'll let you guys. I mean, let's see. Stompy's not in here yet.
Oh, he's
Oh,
not.
just loading in the court. Hopefully, get into your guys' server.
Okay.
Just jumping in.
Roger that.
Yeah, I think it was still down.
And they saved my fucking character this time. Let's go.
So Stompy has seen these ships from watching our Discord streams. Krendor has had some time to be hands-on with it, and Noctilus has had some time to be hands-on with it along with me. So we all three have kind of had hands-on with the ships. Stompy is still not versed with them yet. So I'm interested to see what Stompy's feel is like actually walking through the ships, kind of getting an understanding of how the layout is in the space. And then we'll all kind of take turns talking about what we think are the pros and cons of these ships. At least the two that we have available out of the three that are planned. Supposedly there's a fourth one planned. We've kind of already known about that since they announced it, but we don't know if they're ever... Yes, there's a secret fourth Zeus. It was actually shown in last year's CitizenCon, but no one ever. It
was like a racing one, right?
Well, it's called the ST. We don't exactly know what the ST is.
Missed opportunity to name them all after the four letters of and make up Zeus.
Right?
What if I just shot you right now?
That would suck. So for right now, I'm just gonna... Wait, what the That was weird.
What?
Okay. It was like I was falling out of the suit. My ass was hanging below it. It was really weird.
Someone say something about shooting?
I'll shoot your face, I tell you what. Krenner want to add Stompy to the party.
If he wants to add me as a friend.
I will in 1 sec. Let him join the guys server.
So,
Well,
I'm gonna go ahead and just drive these next to the Zeus, primarily because
There-
we already know, but we have to show.
Loading, loading, loading.
Wow.
Stupid marker.
Sorry, that's driving a bit strangely. I slashed the tires.
You bastard. For anyone who's watching, this is not a kid-friendly stream. There will be lots of cursing and dark humor, more than likely.
You're not coming in?
Well, that's what we're going to talk about, but I want Stompy to be here first before we really get into the meat and potatoes.
We're talking about coming.
I'm coming potatoes.
When are we not?
Coming potatoes, but yeah.
Why is okay? The nurse is dancing. Okay.
Well,
It's happy.
so is the C1 over on the other side.
I'm gonna go see if I can grab my tractor real quick and see if I can't pull the.
Your car is happy. Just let it be happy.
You know, funny enough, that's what we named one of our cars. Because it was a little blue Toyota RAV4, so we called it Happy because my wife loves Fairy
Is
Tail.
the other one grumpy?
No, it's not the Seven Dwarves cars. I don't have the large tractor anymore, but I got the hand tractor, so that should be enough. Let's grab that just in case.
Why does the global chat look more like digitized, like 3D almost? Like a 3D, like, you know, like Ripple?
I don't know, I have it off.
Okay.
What?
They need like an overhaul on this thing. Holy cow.
Have what off?
The global chat.
Oh, yeah. I have that off as well.
What the hell? Alright, we can get the pulse, so we'll be able to test that. It is slow as all balls, because, you know, that's something that we'll talk about too.
Balls to the top.
You know, why are you using a hand tractor when there's literally a tractor suit right here?
Because...
And there's also there's also a tractor beam up there.
Because, man! We gotta show the old with the new. We can't show off the new yet. We're waiting for one person.
I'll show you old.
I'll show your face old. Don't ask me how that makes sense.
It's a funny filter on Snapchat.
My face is only getting older.
My brain's only getting
Alright, there's Stompy. Alright, Stompy, so you're going to be first up. You get a chance to walk through each ship. They both have the same paint on, so you can't tell which one is which just by simply looking at it. You have to go inside, walk around, get a feel for it.
You can.
Shh! Shut up. Stop looking at the names.
No, I'm not even. It's not even that. Just look at the hull.
It's the exact same hull.
Oh, hang on.
And they both have the same paint on it.
Well, let me see if because they might have. Let me check the top side.
So, anyways, like I said, we're gonna have Stompy walk through, take a look, and give his impressions first, and then we'll chime in.
Woot.
Yeah, it. Actually, no, it doesn't. The paint.
Why is everything so foggy?
I don't know.
We're in Callback Singer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, this paint, I was not expecting it to look this good, and I'm very pleased with it.
Man,
yeah, it is solid.
Say what you will, say what I fucking have. This game is coming along. Like, we're all just meeting up in Kelbeck's hangar. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And also just the fact that we're able to summon multiple ships in a hangar.
Yeah. Yeah, what up?
So last week I had my camera on, and I wanted to do it again this week, and I was totally down for it, but
You got shy.
NVIDIA, no, yeah, sorry, I blush.
You're naked, aren't you?
Look, man, we don't talk about that. What's under the desk is under the desk, okay?
All right, fair enough.
Because my girlfriend can't help it.
Wow.
Jeez.
So anyways, but no, my OBS studio, not studio, broadcast, NVIDIA broadcast, let's get the right pairing of words together, for whatever fuck odd reason, just did not want to cooperate, so unfortunately I had to, not use it. And then of course OBS didn't want to pull the source from OBS, so yet again. What are you doing with that ship?
Moving it closer.
Okay.
Oh, they're easy, bud.
Whatever,
Alright.
bud.
Oh, hello there.
Yowdy.
Alright, Stompy, so have you taken a chance to walk through them?
Yes, I have.
Alright, so...
Actually, not through them, but...
Okay, go walk through them.
Yeah.
Well, howdy.
Hello.
God damn, kind of looking sexy as ever.
Thank you.
Sheesh. You getting old, you like fine wine, girl. Goddamn.
So while Stompy's taking
okay.
his own personal tour, we're going to take a look over here at the C1, the Spirit C1. This right here was the ship that was released roughly about this exact time last year. And it has been in the game for roughly about a year. And it has been a fan favorite by most, actually. I still like it. It looks nice. I just have a few problems with it, which we'll get into in a minute. However, both of these ships, easily, like, doesn't, even if you get the ES, it invalidates this ship right here. Not in looks, it's still beautiful, but function, this ship is pointless.
So much for my Olympia paint.
Hey man, that's what I've got on this one right now. I've got the Olympia paint on it. This thing is gorgeous. As you can tell,
only paint to have.
As you can tell, I clearly like the darks with the shiny gold, or you know, other colors with silver. Like silver is a beautiful color too. But yeah, no, I really like the any paint that gets me as close to you know, looking bougie as possible.
You just like the Hurston aesthetic. I get it.
So why is there no?
I'm not a
difference between
dictator,
the
okay?
ES and CL?
I mean, I am, but I'm not.
Hang on.
The
say
difference
that
is in
again,
the cargo
Stompy.
bay.
It's like slightly bigger in the CL. Not even that much bigger.
Oh, sorry.
It's like a whole half, like half a room.
Oh shit.
Huh?
I have been neglecting. I have not been watching chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm now watching chat. I promise you.
Oh,
So
yes,
we got
of course.
Keezy in chat. We got Tegan in chat. Welcome, guys. Glad to have you here. Keezy just says hi. Or hey. Tegan gives his salute. And he says, "What the fuck is that thing? Wait, what thing?" It's kind of badass. Mini map, yeah. Yeah, we have a mini map. Absolutely, we have a mini map. Yeah, my face did break the camera. Honestly, it's been an ongoing issue for like the past month and a half. Like my cameras all of a sudden just started having problems. I don't know if it's driver issues. I've updated drivers. I don't know if it's graphic issues. I've updated those. I don't know if it's hardware. I've unplugged it, plugged it in, you know, the usual IT stuff. Doesn't seem to make a difference. But
Can I say something? You know how like when you were younger and you were kids and whatnot, and we used to like make fucking like bases and forts and like connect them and shit?
yeah.
Okay.
No, that's the exact vibe I get from this.
This is the exactly. This is the vibe. This is the mood. I love this. This is too perfect.
This is how you connect two ships that you want to tour. You know, and if you take a look at that,
genius, lads.
all right.
Well,
so you know
it's
what?
only because they won't add docking ports to it.
I'm
Or
gonna
actual docking colors.
I'm gonna get right into it. But Stompy, now that you've had a chance to walk through both ships, let's have your feel. What is your opinion on these ships? You've already seen them in stream. Now you've had a chance to walk through them and kind of experience them. What are your thoughts?
Can I be real?
No, you can't be real. You gotta be fake. That's what this is all about.
I gotta
No.
be. Dang it, man. Okay, well, obviously, like the CL and the ES look the exact same on the inside except for the cargo.
I said stop
I don't
being
get
real.
I don't get why. Why am I paying more money, or the same amount of money is for more cargo, when I can just have more cargo?
It's just a different model. They cost the same.
Yeah. So these two ships, these two specifically, are the exact same price point.
Yeah.
The other
Why?
one, the MR, which is the Marquis.
Yeah.
Those of our Eastern brethren call it the Mark. It's okay, whatever.
Mark. Mark.
Anyways,
It's the MR. It's Mr.
right, it's the Mr. ship.
Mr. Mark.
It's the ship you fly
Oh,
if you
you
got that
buckle.
big dick energy. Anyways,
Ah, dang.
Zeus
jokes aside.
Mister.
Jokes aside, these two ships, the difference is one has more cargo and one less shield. The other one has one more shield and a bigger radar for less cargo.
I
Those
think
are your
also-
those are your primary selling points.
Yeah.
And more quantum.
Yeah, more
More
bigger
quantum for the
fuel.
ES. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So those are your primary differences. Visually speaking, it's indistinguishable aside from the shift in the bulkhead and the size of your living quarters.
Yeah.
If you've watched
Yeah,
any
well-
videos on the ship already, you already know what I'm about to show you, but this right here is the kitchen. Stompy, where are you at? I can't figure out which one you
I'm-
are.
Getting some gear in the back.
Okay. So, the ship that's closest to you, the one that has the Nursa behind it, which one do you think this one
Okay.
is?
The CL.
CL? You're correct. This is the CL. What gave it away?
It's massive. It's got a big donk in the back.
Okay. Yes, bigger cargo space. Perfect. Stop it. So because of that, in the cargo... who am I stuck against you? Okay. Because of that, they moved the bulkhead back from about there. They shifted it back to there. And because of that, we lost an extra shelf. That's it. It's just shelf space in the galley. So this is a galley. I don't care what you say. This is a galley. Anyways, all we did was lose an extra shelf. Just literally a corner shelf. That's all we lost in here. No big deal. Let's go over to the habitation quarters. You got 3 bunks here, right? You have a bathroom here. This didn't change. The bunks didn't change. The shelf up here didn't change. That's all the same. What changed was this bulkhead here. All you lost here was a couch. You lost a couch. So the bulkhead shift, not a big deal for me. If you like aesthetics and you like kind of like the feeling of role play or living, like it's a living space, like an actual living space, like you're living aboard a ship and you want to have like a flying house, the ES is probably more your style. If you don't really care about that stuff, then obviously the CL is more your style. Cargo, 128 SEU of cargo space. That is, I believe, I didn't have time to grab any cargo containers, but I believe that is 3 SEU high. It might be 2 SEU high.
It's 3.
3 high? Okay.
Yeah.
The side, I believe, has space for SEU containers, and so both sides do actually, and then in the middle here.
I can go get a bunch of empty cargo containers.
If you have some, that'd be great. Then we can actually physically look at it. That'd be awesome.
Wait, I can't because they don't sell them at the ground stations, do they?
No, it's from the orbital
Yeah, I have
stations.
to go to the cargo. Never mind then. I mean, I can still go, but it'll take longer.
So, because this is the cargo variant, I figured it'd be good to kind of see the fit of the Atlas inside the cargo variant, because most people are going to be starting to use the Atlas now. I don't know why, but they're gonna try to. Let me go.
Real steel.
The hell?
What the fuck am I watching?
I don't know.
Can you get out?
It keeps triggering.
This is hilarious for my POV. Holy cow.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, oh, hey.
So she fits.
You do.
Let's check that clearance real quick at the door. Don't push me, please. For some reason, you can actually push this stupid thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, it's retarded. Am I gonna strike that arm?
Nope, you're clear.
Find out.
Wow, just barely clear it. Pass that arm over my head. Yep. It pushes a little bit when you aim down. So that only happens when I rotate. When I move my mouse left and right.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm walking forward, I'm fine. So they got more bugs for the Atlas. They're gonna have to hotfix that. But you have some good headroom once you're in here, so you can definitely tell that this is a 3 SCU high. It doesn't look like it when you're standing on the ground, but when you put this big thing in here, makes sense. However, Noct, you and I were talking about these bays right here and how there's technically room behind the bulkhead. Because if you look at those modules there, right, they get set back by a good distance. How come they couldn't push that bulkhead back and add, you know, a little bit more cargo? Well, now, I mean, you can still push it back, but it'd be a great spot to park one of these then, you know?
Yeah.
I have something to mention real quick, and excuse my logic, but if you take a look at the landing gear, it's for the landing gear we go.
Alright, hold on. You might have a valid point. Let me check. Okay, no. That looks pretty accurate. Well, actually, hold on. No.
Maybe like a two-person width. Two-person width. From like here to here.
Stompy, stand right up against the gear. Right up against... No. Inside. The inside part of the gear. Perfect. Let's take a look. No, they still got room. Go to the other gear, other side. Because I got the Atlas in the way. Are you right up against the gear?
No, I am.
It's hard to tell. The marker kind of...
Well, my shoulder is like in the gear well. So hold on a second. This is like in line with the, like, imagine if there was a wall from like the gear well going straight down and my arrow was like a foot to the left or right.
Okay, well, diagonally from me to you, it's 4 meters. Which means if we were on the same plane, I'd imagine I'd lose maybe a meter. Or
that's
2.
not even the SCU technically, right?
To be generous, let's say it's 2 meters. So even 2 meters, if we were to push that all the way to the wall of the landing gear bay, we'd have 2 meters of depth, roughly.
I agree. Yeah, basically.
So they could have made it a little bit tighter. It's alright. I still like it as is, but they could have made it more spacious.
Agreed.
I just
breeze.
So technically these pads here are a part of the grid, right?
The whole floor is basically a grid.
That's a, yeah.
For cargo, can I just go to TDD so we can...
But they don't push it back here, which they could fit more SCU, and you'd have like this little walk space here only.
If I got cargo,
yeah, this could have been a part of the SCU
would it spawn
grid.
in mine? Would it spawn in my hangar, or would I be able to pull it in your?
No, it'll spawn in your hangar. Wait, hold on. What are you pulling out?
If I were to go to TDD and get some like waste or something.
So.
Yeah, no, you can do that. You can spawn it here.
You can't do it.
Okay. Well, do you want me to go get?
Sure.
Go get some.
May as well. We're gonna be at this for a good while longer.
Yeah.
Wait, what the Are you driving that thing?
Yep. It's not gonna fit, dog. Your wheels are
yeah, I know.
He's proven a point. So, as you just saw, the Ursa is too wide. The wheels are at the same width as the pistons that lower and raise the ramp. So unfortunately, of all the vehicles, the NERSA will not fit. However, you might, I haven't tested yet, I know you can get one Cyclone in here, you might be able to get two.
Side to side, 100%.
Yeah, probably.
It might be a very tight fit, but you might be able to get two. Maybe
I mean,
not.
if you think about it, you have as much room almost as an MSR is like wide. And the depth would be able to fit 2 Cyclones. I mean, honestly, boys, I'm not gonna lie, I could probably squeeze 4 of those in here.
Cyclones?
Yeah,
No.
I could see that.
I 100% believe that.
I could see 4
You think so?
for sure.
Deadass,
If you put one here,
one in the back,
facing
yep.
this way on each
No.
side, and then you do it twice.
Yep,
Where do
yep.
you
Easy,
get
easy
Cyclones?
4. Person?
Oh,
Okay.
dang. 'Cause I was gonna say, if you can get them here, then we could test it out.
Yeah, I don't think I have a Cyclone.
I do have a Cyclone. So we could... I don't know if we'd be able to spawn it multiple times, though.
How do I have 14 mil?
Because
PTU.
PTU.
Yeah, PTU.
Oh, wicked.
Okay, Stompy. So, forward of the storage bulkhead, what are your opinions of the ship?
Very tight, clear, concise. The upper stairwell going up almost has like a Valkyrie feel, not gonna lie.
Okay.
It's like I'm going from Valkyrie to like Zeus to Connie when I'm up here at the cockpit.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm
love this
loving the weapon
cockpit.
rack though. I'm loving the fact that I get to have a size 3 weapon on a cargo ship, which I've only known size 3 weapons to be on the Hercules series, I believe. I forgot which one.
I think M2 has it.
M2 probably. Yeah, you're right. But I'm loving that because if I need to, you know, like take care of some business outside, running some Xeno or running some illegal cargo, you know, gotta have that strap and that giant what does it get? Railgun on me. And these weapon racks actually work, which is amazing.
If only the suit locker worked.
Yeah.
If only.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the cockpit seating?
I love it.
I love it. I'm getting massive Anvil Carrick vibes with this immediate.
Yeah, you're
Which
right.
I can fuck with on a smaller scale. Like on like I didn't like the Carrick. Like I love the Carrick as a ship. It's not my kind of ship, but I can fuck with this kind of like visual, basically.
Okay. Compared to other ships that you've flown, sit in the captain's chair. Tell me what your view is.
Roger.
How's your line of
You
sight?
know, it's not too shabby. I can see everything below me, in front of me. Just in first-person FOV. I'm kind of digging it. It's very good for the kind of ship that it is. They made the good decision on creating the cockpit glass windows like further back. I'm able to use my not head tracking, but you know, free look head tracking with my mouse to see like behind me, like my blind spots almost like a car. I can dig it.
Okay. Have you noticed that you can see the missiles from the cockpit?
The whack.
Step out.
Oh yeah, they're like right below you.
Fuck. Hold on.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you knew, but if nobody else is in a seat, like you can fly this thing from any of the 3 seats.
Ooh, no way.
Can you?
Yeah.
I thought I know they patched out the patched the priority. I don't know if they
Missiles. Oh shit,
I
I
was
see.
I was flying it with the co-pilot seat earlier.
That's cool.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that's a great idea. However, there should be a priority set.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Yeah, I think they changed it to have a priority set with this
Why
build.
am I stuck?
Do you need to be shot or something?
I don't know. I can't. Oh, you just guys got out at the exact
I
same
got
time.
this.
That works. Yeah, I could. I couldn't advance camera or anything.
Freeze!
All right, the wonders of PTU, guys. All right, I'm moving. Thanks.
There's a reason it's not the live build.
Right? Not yet. All right, Grandor, your turn. Give us your
what?
impressions from back to front on the CL.
On the CL, okay. I think that the hydraulics are a little superfluous, especially with the like glass cover they put on it here. Like,
Superfluous? Why?
look. Oh wow, it closed. Oh wait, hang on.
You
Whoa,
know
look at the pneumatics.
You
It
know what's
opened.
funny about those
It's
hydraulics?
very showy. I agree.
They're not
It's
attached
almost
to
unnecessary.
anything. They're just floating in that little
I
aquarium.
mean, it could be
there.
like a Drake
Right.
ship, like a cutlass, and you could just see the shit inside it. And maybe it's for safety. But what about safety?
Right, but like,
But
We-
you don't
we
need to
already
see it. They
have
could put a
ships.
cover on it, and you don't need to see it.
Yeah.
we
That's true.
already have plenty of ships that don't need hydraulics for their ramps. Why? Like, this is not that big of a ramp. You could just get rid of them and then make this entryway bigger, and then the
I mean,
cyclone
yeah.
could fit.
True.
I mean, honestly,
True.
it is 4 hydraulic pistons. I don't think we need
For
that
a little
much
bitty
force.
ramp.
Yeah,
This,
I don't
this
think we
ramp's
need.
not that big.
No.
I don't think we need that much force. Unless
yeah, that's what I'm
this,
saying. Like,
unless
they're
this plating,
superfluous.
unless this plating right here
Yeah, unless it's
is
like
like high grade
stupid
military.
heavy.
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it
unless
anyway.
the whole
I-
thing's made of tungsten.
Okay.
I mean,
Good
I
point.
guess.
What else you got?
But
I don't know. I don't mind anything about the cargo room really. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spacious.
Have you read any of
racks
the
over here?
complaints or heard any of the complaints that other people are having with the onboard tractor in the cargo space?
Yeah, and I think they're being babies about it.
So tell them what you think.
Plan where you put your cargo. It's not that hard.
Uh-huh.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, if you need a box to be easily accessible, put it in an easily accessible spot. Don't bury it under a billion boxes when you know you're not going to be able to get to it later. That goes for any ship. It's not just this one.
well, what about hauling missions where it gives you preset box sizes?
Plan it. I don't know.
You mean we actually have to use our brains when moving boxes
yes.
around Crandor? No way.
Yes, you do
What?
have to use your brain a little bit.
But I'm a
on-
smooth brain
I'm
builder.
on
What do I
board
do?
with what he's saying, and honestly, planning out your boxes and where they're going ahead of time is ideal. However, like for instance, fill your sides before you fill the middle. Fill the middle halfway, and then fill your top layer before you fill out the back half. You know, if getting to the third layer of SCU is difficult for you, fill it only part way, then fill up the top, then fill it the rest of the way, then fill up the rest of that top. But your
And
sides,
you don't have to use the big boxes. You don't have to. No one's forcing you to do that.
Oh, this
well,
one game crash.
some of the missions are.
Yeah, some of the hauling missions require certain box size. In which case, don't use the ship.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is or just don't do that mission. Do a different
Yeah.
one.
So for a moment I thought there was a relay in each of these component areas. It's only select ones. Anyways, I do however feel they could have made the ship a little bit more spacious. I think that they could have attached that part right there to that part right there and just made a straight across shot from engine to engine and widened the back just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotten rid of the hydraulics would also open this up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could potentially put a NERSA in there.
The other
I like
comment...
that the fire extinguisher is here. I don't like that I can't use it yet.
My problem is with this patio. I understand you need a guardrail to keep a box from like smacking you in the face or something, but if that's the case, I don't know. I feel like this is superfluous. I think this could have been removed and added more cargo space.
Well, I'll tell you what I would use it for. To like hauling in vehicles, because you could just tell them to slam in, and then they'll hit the rail and not you.
Well, I mean,
That's true.
Right.
Until they eventually ricochet and then just crush you.
but they wouldn't
Right,
need
but
to be back there
that's-
anyways.
Right. It's like a rail for getting vehicles in, and the other thing is like if you have a box of like supplies that you need to have accessible, but it needs to be on the grid, like a 2SU or something box, you can just put it up against this rail, and then you're guaranteed space to like walk up to it to
You
access it.
mean, were we talking
I don't
about
know.
planning where you put your boxes, Krendor?
Yeah.
I just feel like they could have gotten rid of this, and they could have pushed the stairs into the hallway a little bit, and
No, I
actually
think
given us one more SCU row.
No,
Yeah,
you gotta
you know-
have some walking space.
Well,
Okay, it's,
here's my argument, okay? If this is completely full of cargo, you can't exit the bank ramp anyways. So why would I need to be back here?
Yeah, because that's what the ladder in the front is for, anyways.
Right. You have 3 exits on the ship. You have the docking port, the ladder, and the ramp. If this is full of cargo, you can't access the back ramp. You have to use either the
Right.
docking port or the ladder. Which I'm perfectly fine with. But if you're gonna make it so I can't walk back here to use the ramp, then give me more cargo space. Maximize my space.
They put a weapon rack here.
Yeah, because I couldn't fit it in the hallway.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, I don't need that extra weapon rack though if I'm hauling cargo.
Well, what if
check
your
this.
cargo is weapon?
Hold on,
I'm
check
curious.
this out. Check this out. I have 3 weapons here plus 3 sidearms. Up front, I have 3 weapons plus a large weapon plus 3 sidearms. I have a crew of 3. Why do I need 6 weapon points?
2
Double
for
fisting,
each.
duh. Gotta go Rambo style.
Okay, so
Bro,
how come I
it's
have to get my
2 for
primary
each.
weapon from behind my pilot seat and my secondary weapon all the way back in the cargo bay?
Technically, if you're prepared, you should have both weapons on your back.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you're
there's
very right.
spots for both. You get your primary and secondary right here. What are you talking about?
Not for the full crew?
I mean, the it could be for the average player and not for the experienced and always be prepared kind of player. Where if they're in an emergency and they don't happen to have their weapons and their weapons all the way at the front, they get weapons at the back. You're kind of
see.
covering both ends of those kinds of situations. But I mean, I beg to differ because I am the minority here. But
See, Krendor says that the hydraulics are superfluous. I say that the weapon rack in the back is superfluous. It's not necessary.
yeah,
Yeah.
You could have
I'm just
ripped
making
that out.
excuses up, honestly.
You could have ripped that out, ripped out the little patio thing here, and gave me one more SCU cargo of depth.
Yeah, it could be literally as wide as this hallway here, and then just drop down right now right here
Where are we putting the fire extinguisher then?
In the hallway.
in the hallway.
Where?
Up your ass.
Right? You know what? We're kind of
Right?
right here.
Right? Hold on.
Right here.
Stop
up the stairs,
pushing me
up the
around.
stairs, up the stairs. Right here.
Right there. Right where... Oh, I guess you can't see my cursor.
Oh yeah, no,
Right-
that little
right
spot,
here.
yeah.
Right
I
behind the
can
B
see that.
pillar.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we'll call this the C pillar. Whichever pillar this is. Right in front of it. It'd fit perfectly there. Or on the other side, next to the kitchen. Or in the kitchen. Fuck. I mean, that's where you need the fire extinguisher anyways.
But the kitchen fire, exactly, man. That grease fire
Yeah,
is
what are
really
you
good
gonna
in
do to
play.
grease
And
fire?
besides, you have a fire extinguisher right here in the mid bay. Why do I need one down there?
One in the... Yeah, it should be like up in the front. Like, there should be a fire extinguisher like
There is.
underneath
There's one.
here.
There's one up there too.
No, wait, up here? Where? Oh, I see. Oh my god.
Yep, you got one
Why
in
is
every
there a fire
compartment.
extinguisher in the mid bay? What the No.
Well, right now I think their thinking is they want to add fire in, and they want to make sure that the ship is well equipped to fight that fire.
Okay.
Thing is, here's the funny part. I've
Where's
taken
my
the
fire?
ship into combat. She doesn't hold up to anything.
You're
So
not gonna
there's
last
no
long enough
chance
to
to
use
put
that
out a
fire
fire.
extinguisher.
Yeah, there's no chance to put out a fire. You're just gonna
Boy.
die. Anyways, all right.
It's for the exploration RP.
No.
So, Krender, what do you got for the mid bay?
Not much.
Engineering console, ladder access, fire extinguisher, suit lockers.
Yeah, I mean, suit lockers, cool. They don't do anything, so
They'd be cooler if they worked.
yeah.
You guys are like literally trying to phase me through walls here. Oh, you did.
All right.
Oh,
my
hey.
god. Okay, turn around.
Hold on.
Can you go prone?
No. Go ahead. See if
You
you
see,
get
we
it.
got a problem here.
Can you knock me out? Alright. Critter, you already had some comments on the bridge, but do you have any further thoughts on the... I said knock me out, not kill me.
I can't touch you. I don't know if kind of
Yeah,
organic.
we can't get to you.
Damn.
Does this call for a grenade launcher?
No!
No.
Darn.
Whole ship will explode. Come on now.
Jesus, guys.
There.
Okay. Did you have any more comments about the bridge? You made the comment that you were able to pilot the ship from all 3 seats, which I think is absolutely awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
case you're
from what
putting
I
on stuff
understand,
in the
it is
pilot
all
seat.
3. All right, you got some injuries. I'm sorry about that.
I'll just use the nurse out there to fix it later.
All right, the arm is kind of fucked up.
I'll be alright.
Okay.
So, some interesting features I really liked is first and foremost the weapon locker. One of the first weapon lockers I've seen that holds a size 3 weapon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
That's absolutely nice. I mean, that means your railguns, your missile launchers, and do grenade launchers count as size 2 or 3?
2.
Grenade launchers are 2.
Okay, so yeah, just those 2 then. Okay. I'm not sure which seat does what. I think right seat is for the tractor, and left seat is for the turret.
Yep.
That sounds right.
I'd imagine that will change with the MR. The MR is going to be right seat for the E-War equipment, left seat for both turrets, which I think is going to be stupid if they give both turrets to one
We'll
seat.
see.
Well,
No.
I mean, they did it with
We'll
the
see.
C2. Or, not C2, M2.
Yeah, but it's a combat
Okay.
ship. One guy should not control
Yeah.
both the top and bottom turret.
Well, same thing with the with the A2.
Hey guys. Somebody in chat said you can take out weapons in Lorville.
I mean-
He's probably just finding out that personal hangars aren't safe zones.
Even still, not a huge concern. All right,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
crossing
It's
over.
Lorville.
Now we're in the ES. So let's take a quick look at that.
There's a
Here's
weapon locker in the middle?
Here's the cargo bay. See, we have no patio because they pushed the bulkhead back. No patio. The cargo stops right here on the line. And this is your cargo space here.
Yep.
Yet again, once you fill up the cargo, you cannot exit via the back ramp.
Does
You
it
have-
still have it where like the bottom is glass textured like this? Because I kind of dig this with the,
Yes.
the attention to detail.
Yes, they do.
This is kind of cool.
Everything about the ship's exterior is identical, with a few small details. But the overall hull design is identical. Ramp,
Okay.
yet again, has the 4 hydraulic pistons. Your same components in the relay is yet again in the back on the left side. More components on the right side. The difference, however, is the ES has an extra components bay in the back. This is where your 4th shield lives and your radar when it finally gets a component. That
Giant
is a huge,
radar slot.
Yeah, that is a huge radar slot. This is the exploratory variant, so the radar is used for exploration.
Also,
Whatever.
giant fuel tank.
I was gonna say, yeah, they had to just show it off, right?
This is the only ship that shows off the fuel tank of the 2 variants so far. It's right here in the wall.
huge.
Bloater or muscle car.
It's
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
It's truly massive. You could fit like 3 bodies in there easily.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Damn right.
I didn't know
They
that
won't
these
know.
things. I didn't know these things ran off biofuel.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what-
you could
100%
put
E-grade,
anything
baby.
in there. Oh, did I just crash? I think I did. Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Living quarters. See right here. Here's that couch I was telling you about.
I think
Actually,
where?
hold on.
What?
Okay, so this panel right here, which serves no purpose other than holding the light, and this couch right here, along with these shelves and this very beautiful embossed logo, those are the only additives. So literally the extra space in your living quarters is just to make it feel less cramped by extending the wall. You have your lockers, and you have a nice little sitting space.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
very cozy.
I don't like that. If you're gonna give me extra wall space, do something with the wall. I don't like that.
They did. They gave you a couch,
And fancy embroidery.
and you could put posters there.
I'll put a poster on your face.
Are we throwing knives at it?
Yes.
I see plenty of prime real estate for posters around here.
So here's the other
Yes.
thing that kind of like throws me off between the ES and the CL. In the CL, you walk straight across from the hab over to the galley.
Yeah,
Here you have to go over a step to the door. This is where the door would be on the CL, right next to the stairs. So all of this is your extra space. You get a window that sees into the hallway. Ooh, pretty.
Goody.
You get a sink that you have over in the CL as well, but this one's pushed back. You get an extra fridge, like you really
you
need
get
it.
a corner. You get a corner.
You get a corner shelf and counter, and you get some under cabinet lighting and lighting right there. You can't do anything down here. None of this is usable, so kind of completely wasted space. This is in both ships. You could sit right here. You have your little meal in front of you. You have your love slave sitting on the bench next to you, and then you have the window to stare out into the stars. That has such a
great view.
yeah, such a tight view of angle of view. You know, it's really
I like
nice. Yeah. I can tell you how many times this window is going to get used.
it. You're using it
Anytime
right
to see
now.
if your other crew members are jacking off.
That right there, guys, you can quote me on this too, is the last time that window will ever be used. Otherwise, the rest of the kitchen is identical. So you've got the RSI logo there, the nice blue backdrop, backsplash. Today, Junior. Okay. You have your little microwave, doesn't do anything. You have a little food processor, yet again doesn't do anything. Probably just pours out sludge. You have a fridge right here. You got a fridge down there, which by the way do open. Oh, close actually. They close because you know they were already open.
Why do you think they're empty?
And this is the weapon locker. This is the weapon locker that's in the cargo bay that I feel is superfluous. And this one here is also superfluous because it should be up there with the captain. I mean, I guess I could justify this one more because this is more of a living area. Like, this is a ship for someone who wants to do exploratory and or roleplay. And if you're role-playing a character who is living in these habs and, you know, some strange invader boards the ship in the middle of space, in the middle of their exploratory mission, they're going to need immediate access to their guns that's in a wide open hallway that can be seen immediately from any entry point. So yeah, I can see how this is very important for role players. Did I make a good enough point? Okay, good. I actually really do like this ladder though. This ladder that just drops out next to the
Yeah, the
landing
ladder
gear.
is cool.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's on all 3 variants. Stop it.
Sorry.
These are not suit lockers. These are cryopods.
Yeah, totally.
Krendor is in a deep sleep. I said a deep sleep. And
Hang on,
damn
don't
it.
forget the bullet.
All right, guns out, guys. We have an invader aboard the ship. Okay, never mind. Guns away. No, I don't have one.
Waka waka.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise, from this midpoint, from this bulkhead right here forward, the ships are all identical. So you already saw what they look like over in the CL. It's identical in the ES. The feature I really like is the detail right here. So when you open this door, and I'll open it for you here. Where's there it is. We'll close this. And open it back up. So it goes on a hinge first, then on a roller. So the hinge slides up, and then it slides along a roller to move out of the way. And then this right here, this little bit of the ship's edge, the lip, drops down. Pop that back open. There you go, look at that. And it exposes a little, I don't even know what to call that. Trough?
Arm?
I don't know, what would you call that?
A bay?
Like a walkway.
Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, you're talking about the
Channel. It makes a little channel. Yeah, so you have this little channel that, when they actually do include this second airlock style, which obviously is here, it will slide perfectly in this channel, and then you have the docking clamps right there, which slide into place, locks the umbilical onto your ship, and you'll be able to cross from your ship to whatever the umbilical came from, whether it be a station or another ship.
Umbilical.
Oh, I need to summon the cargo.
The other cool thing is, if you're on the ground and you need to do some repairs to the top of your ship, you just open this and literally walk on top of your ship. So
Yeah, I do love how it's laid out, so you can just walk on it.
it's a beautiful design. I just wish there were some small changes.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's enough about this. We've reviewed both ships. I've got Stompy's view on it. I got Krendor's view on it. Noctrilus, do you want to weigh in on any part of these 2 ships?
Yeah. I think, well, for what I need to summon all the cargo I bought.
Go for it.
But, okay, I think biggest thing is, with the cargo area, is I'm not a fan of the fact that they're artificially limiting the entryway to prevent putting an Ursa in there.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Is it artificially? Like, do you
Yes.
honestly feel it's artificial?
The hydraulics.
Hydraulics,
Yeah.
Yeah, hydraulics and.
Okay.
They feel completely artificial to me.
Okay. I guess let's since the closest comparison is the C1, the Spirit cargo variant of the Spirit line. The cargo variant of the Spirit line is the C1. comparing that to the non-cargo variant of the RSI, Zeus Mark II. How do you feel they compare? So last year's ship to this year's ship, same size class. What are your thoughts? Whoever can go first.
The See Who.
Yeah, okay. Krendor's got his opinion out. Stompy, what do you think?
Wait, to see what?
Okay. There you go. Noctros, what do you
C1?
think?
C1, more like see you later.
Oh!
Ooh.
That was good.
Okay. So, looks-wise, aside from the components, looks-wise, if it was just looks, which ship would you fly?
Which paint?
Zeus.
But
Zeus all the way.
Or yeah, Zeus. Zeus, absolutely. The only thing that I think the C1 has over the Zeus is armaments.
Yes.
4
4 size 3s and turrets compared to 2 size 4s.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's a good argument here to be made. All 4 weapons that the Spirit has are pilot controlled.
Mm-hmm.
And if you use the other Spirit, the A1, the top turret, which I believe is 2 size 2s,
Yep,
can be controlled by a second person. That makes its full armament of 2 size 4s, or size, is it 2 size 3s? 2 size 3s and 2 size 2s. Sorry, 4 size 3s, 2 size 2s. Wow.
Yeah.
I am on a roll today, guys. Fuck.
You got
Roll down
this.
a hill, more like.
4 size 3s and 2 size 2s compared to the 2 size 4s and 2 size 3s that require 2 people each to man all those weapons. Does it still stack up? The 4 size 3s versus 2 size 4s, is that comparable? I personally would say that the 4 size 3s are more damage.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Just especially considering that the whole thing of the Zeus is that it's supposed to be solo capable. Like it's supposed
But
to be
not solo
easier.
defined.
No, but it's supposed to be easier to solo than something like a Constellation, or a or any of the other bigger ships. But it's in terms of the ability to defend itself, it is outclassed by its direct
Whoa.
competition.
Well, here's the other
What are
cool
you
thing.
doing?
The A1, since now we've kind of shifted gears a little bit, the A1, which has the turret, the combat turret, can go from rear of the ship to top of the ship, whereas the Zeus's remote turret is locked to the central ventral position on the ship, bottom. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Sorry, thoughts on what? I was busy moving cargo.
Yeah, I'm getting really bad FPS right now. I'm like really focused on this.
I apologize. I summoned in like 200 crates.
The A1 turret versus the Zeus turret. The A1 turret is a size smaller, but can move from back of the ship to top of the ship. Do you think that matters? Do you think that gives it a benefit?
Not really.
Not particularly, because you can just move the pilot can just rotate to account for it.
Okay, so you don't think the repositioning of the turret has any impact whatsoever on its function?
It has some, but it's not enough to be a game changer.
Okay.
It's like when I was turret gunner on a Scorpius.
I've never seen a Scorpius turret ever use the rear position.
Exactly.
In fact, I've never seen a turret that can change position ever change position in combat.
Yeah. Because
So-
it's just, I mean, why would it? It's just one extra thing that the pilot has to think about, and when they can just rotate so the gun has view.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of boxes.
My
Oh, this isn't even.
friends.
This
The
isn't all of
government
it.
has a car that runs on water, man.
So my personal opinion, and this has been my opinion from the beginning, the turret's ability to change position, unless there is a reason for it to be in the second position, like a critical reason, there's no reason for that turret to ever move. So on top of the ship all the time. Now, for this ship, the C1, it does have a reason to move. In the top position, you can grab cargo from 360 degrees above the plane of the ship. In the rear position, you can then use that. Yeah, in the rear of the ship, in the rear of the position, you have the ability to then take that cargo you've gathered and shove it inside. However, you only have 64 SCU, which I believe is the same SCU as the ES, right? 64?
32 on the ES.
Oh, 32. Okay, so wait, that doesn't seem right.
Well, it's probably a much smaller grid. There's probably a bunch of unused floor that.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know why I thought it was the exact same. I must have.
No, it's not.
Either way. Okay. So the C1 wins in the area of cargo against the ES, but honestly.
The ES is not a cargo ship, and the C1 is.
Right. Which, when you compare the C1 against this cargo ship, 128 versus 64. Big difference. Jesus Christ.
You know, I wish I could bring my Atlas in for my hangar.
Okay. Now, I can tell you the turret difference between the Spirit line and the Zeus line.
Oh, no.
I would go with
Oh,
two
no,
size
what have I
3s
done?
over two size 2s any day.
What
Whoa.
the fuck?
Hey, sorry.
What just happened?
We just blew up the Zeus that we were loading with cargo.
Shit down.
Really? No way.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
actually,
hit the freaking wing.
you
What?
blew it up.
Okay. So
Well,
looks like
this
the
just goes
Zeus
onto my.
looks like the
I
Zeus
guess
needs
this
some
goes
more
on to
armor.
my. Yeah, this goes on to my other point is that it's very
Weak.
it's very weak structurally.
It was a pulse, dude. It's a
Yeah.
flick. It's. Sorry.
No, you're fine. A pulse
No, it's fine.
hitting the wing, okay, mind you, just the wing, was able to destroy a Zeus on the ground.
It wasn't even the cockpit.
Wait, can I
Dude.
clear this?
I don't know. Can you? Okay.
Nope, not
the
quite.
the ES is totally fine.
Yeah, the ES is perfectly fine. It took no damage from the explosion.
Wait.
That's one thing I'll say about the Spirit. The Spirit has a shit ton of health. It can take a fucking beating. It can lose 2 wings and still come home.
Well, that's because
Doggy.
there's nothing in those wings.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's besides the point. What is this? Oh, the gun. Can that lift it?
It says it can, but it's green, but it is. I think it's also stuck on the Ursa.
Oh, well, let me move that.
I think I'm stuck on the USA.
I'm stuck
Calm
on
down
you,
there,
sir.
Jar Jar.
Misa stuck on USA.
Okay. So, I don't know. I guess we should go to final thoughts on this. Last year's ship or this year's ship? Pros
I
and
would
cons.
say- I would say this year's ship, even though it's not going to hold itself at all in any sort of engagement, like long enough to
It's
even
not-
get out.
These aren't the combat versions, so
No, but the
I give it a
combat.
pass.
Yeah, I think my biggest complaint about it is just add either one more size 4 give it the 600 eye treatment, or
Yeah.
or just give it quad size 3s, or like, what size? Do we know what size the turret guns are?
I mean, hold on. If you're gonna give a fighter ship, which is a small class ship, by the way, 8 guns of 4 size 2s and 4 size 3s, and then you're gonna give another fighter ship 2 size 4s and 4 size 3s, or is it 2s? What's the F7A?
4 size 3s, 2 size 4s.
Okay, so yeah, 4 size 3s, 2 size 4s on a fighter ship. Okay, how come the Zeus only has 2 size 4s?
Like,
the
not even
Hurricane, but
not
They're
even
not
going for
fighters.
that. Like, comparing apples to apples. Why is the like? It is the only ship in this medium ship category that doesn't have quad size 4s, or quad size 3s rather. What I think what they could do,
anything.
what I think they could do, like, if the bottom turret is size 3, slave them to the pilot when they're not when there's not a co-pilot.
I would accept that.
Like,
Yeah.
And then,
Little
like, even
redeemer
if you
treatment.
like, even if you drop down the main guns to size 3, then it would still at least have the same firepower.
I would go a step further. I would go a step further with a compromise. I would say give it the third size 4. Give it the third size 4, so it has 3 of them, and slave the turret to the pilot when not in use by another person.
I would say only do that for the Mark, though. For the CL,
No. I would say for the Mark, only do 1 turret slave, just like all the other ships, and leave the second turret not slaved to the pilot. But
It's so obvious. We just give it the Idris railgun and call it a day.
Of course.
No, it's so obvious. Just give it size 12 torpedoes from the Javelin.
Exactly, dude.
That actually, hold on, that actually raises my next comment. When you said torpedoes, the missile bays actually bother me. Missile bays are located right here beneath the size 4s. Very, very tight firing, right? If the weapon is anything bigger than what it is, the missile would literally impact your weapon system. And if you're doing complex maneuvers... Right, but I mean, if you're doing complex maneuvers, there's a chance that missile could hit your weapon anyways, at least theoretically speaking. So, why is it put here? They have...
Yeah.
I've looked at the model. They have space right here underneath the wing. They could have a bay right here.
It just looks cool, okay?
It does look cool, but that's the only thing going for it.
Cool.
It does look cool.
The only thing cool is looking down into the missile magazine, because that's what it is.
That's
the cool part about it.
Oh my gosh, that's the part I'm never gonna see when I'm firing, and it has 0 functionality to me.
And that's what makes it cool.
Jesus Christ, shut up.
It's like RGB on a mouse or a keyboard. You're never gonna see it.
No. Hold on. If we want to talk about useful RGB, okay, RGB on your power supply. The one thing in the basement of your case you're never gonna see.
Okay, look, RGB on the keyboard, genuinely useful if you set it up for something.
Correct.
I mean, you can have it represent different keybind sets.
Yeah, it can be, but most of the time when I'm playing games, I'm touch typing. I'm not even looking at the keyboards.
Halt.
I'm gonna tickle you with this tractor beam. Because that's all I can do.
Have some pasta because I got protein in it, please, yeah?
But anyways, so yeah, I would honestly...
What, Eddie?
My opinions are put the missile bays back here. Put them literally right here. A fold open door, or a slide open door, or a fucking accordion door. I don't care what kind of door you put there, but put a door there, recess the bay. You can even have something fold out and spin, kind of like, gosh, what video was it recently that did that?
Did what?
Where basically the missiles are on a spindle, so when the door opens, the spindle folds out and it rotates a missile into place.
Oh. I don't know.
I can't remember what ship it was.
I'd be fine with just a just like on the Constellation Andromeda or on the Firebird where it just rotates out of the hole.
I mean, that would be cool too. Like if an arm just swept open from the leading edge of the wing.
No, not that one. I'm talking about the bespoke ones that are built into the body.
Ah, okay.
We really made a mess in your hangar here.
That's all right. It's PTU. It'll be cleaned up tomorrow.
Yeah, hang on. Where's the Atlas? I need to make it worse.
Oh jeez, please don't.
I still have all of these boxes and the 32 SU containers as well.
Okay, so we got 4 people watching. I'm curious to know what people think about these ships. Last year's ship versus this year's ship. Last year with the C1 versus this year's Zeus Mark II.
By the way, I have it set up in my hangar to test how many Cyclones we can fit.
Okay. Yeah, we'll head over to your hangar in just a little bit.
Where's Stompy?
But yeah, Krendor, honestly, you kind of nailed it on the head at the beginning of this. This game has honestly come a long way, and I don't care what anyone thinks. Like, obviously, it's still bug-ridden, and we all have problems with that, and I think people are stuck on that. But here we are, 4 people in a hangar bay with 3 separate ships, with cargo boxes everywhere, wreckage, and fucking
a hangar bay, I might add, that is mobile.
Yeah. So.
And we're not falling through it.
So I mean, say what you will, like you said, I think this game has done a fantastic job so far. It still has miles to go, but you know.
Well, yeah, the biggest thing that I think is going to make or break it because they've proven that they can work through the tech debt. But I think the thing that's really going to make or break this game is whether or not they can balance it properly.
Yeah. Well,
because like with master modes right now, it's not it.
Yeah, I agree. So, we've kind of talked through the talking points of the Zeus. We compared it against last year's ship, the C1. We could probably move on to a different topic. I had a few already kind of picked out, but if you guys have like a specific thing that you had an interest in talking about, I'm happy to pick that up and roll with it.
I did want to mention why is the what Oh wait, no, I already brought it up. Never mind. Yeah, why couldn't they have? Why didn't they make it wider? They easily could have. There's plenty of space between this part of the fuselage that they could have bumped closer to the engine to accommodate this whole block.
Yeah, and I think it's funny, this heat shield right here that's right up against the engine, it doesn't move. Even though it looks like it should, it doesn't move. So what's the point? I've been smacked with a box.
Yeah, same.
Look at him over there flexing with the box. But yeah, no, like I said it earlier, like they could have easily just attached this point to this point and just widened that up.
No, exactly. Instead of having this gap in the middle.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it looks cool, but that's it. Like, there's no. And
but
then,
guys, it looks cool.
You could have even included these weird pistons in this weird glass aquarium.
On the side.
You still could have included that on the sides while pushing it out.
But it's cool, guys. It looks cool.
Well, no. But the thing is, they wanted it so you couldn't fit an Ursa, which from what I've heard, you still can fit an Ursa in there. You just have to shoot off the wheels.
You have to force it.
You have to force it, but you can still put one in there, which I think is hilarious.
Guys, bite the pillow.
They've-
Going in dry.
It's not even in live.
Got a what?
And they've still counteracted it.
Hold on. What was that? Stompy?
What?
What'd you say?
When I said bite the pillow,
Everything-
going in dry.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's transition over to the other hangar. Let's check and see how many cyclones we can fit in. And okay, okay, I got it. We're good. and then we can take it out. And I want to know what Stompy's opinion of it as a ship, as a combat capable ship.
Wait, does the P8
Oh.
AR take P8 SMG?
No,
No.
the P8AR ammo does not exist right now
Can't be
because
bought.
for some reason it is impossible for them to just add it as a commodity to the stores. I don't know what kind of spaghetti code they have. I mean, granted, I'm not a coder, so
I mean, it's a database item connected to a physical 3D model that's connected to a set of instructions on how it's to be used in the game, and they can't seem to figure that out.
But does it at least have one mag in it?
Yeah,
yes,
comes
it
with
has
mag.
one magazine, but that's it.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. I'm coming back from reloading. I just deleted my PTU and recopied it. 1 sec. I'm going in the tram. So now we're talking about it from like a, you said a fighter type?
Yeah, from the perspective of a fighter. I mean, its combat capabilities. Let me rephrase. You being our fighter guy, our primary active fighter guy, I want to know what your thoughts are on its combat capabilities.
Cutlass Black could beat it.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I don't think there's a ship in its class that wouldn't beat it.
And Aurora
Honestly-
could probably kick its ass.
Hold on. So I can tell you from my testing yesterday, or was it the day before? Whichever day.
Yep, 2 days ago. I'm sure.
It will not beat anything smaller than it. It's too fast. Anything smaller can stay in its pocket. You're never gonna beat anything in a turn. You're not gonna outspeed anything in the small fighter category. They're all gonna be faster than you and more maneuverable than you. You're never gonna escape anything small. Okay. Secondly, anything large. This doesn't have enough firepower. So this is a medium class ship. So your small classes is your light, medium, and heavy fighters, along with, I don't know, starter ships and stuff like that. Okay. This is a medium class. Then you have your large class. You know, things like the Connie Taurus, the well, Connie Taurus,
Corsair?
Connie Andromeda, the Phoenix, any of those, the Corsair as well.
Technically, with the 400 eyes in that class.
Honestly, the 400i would beat this thing.
Yeah.
I
This is the
guarantee
sheer
it.
capability.
It has the same. It has pretty much the same armaments, but it has a lot more HP.
Oh shit.
And more
can somebody invite me
shields.
to the party again, please?
Crendor,
That's
I
a
think
Crendor
that's
thing.
you.
So,
Why
yeah,
is this a Crendor thing?
because you're a leader.
Because you're party lead.
All right. So where are these cyclones?
Hold on a second,
They're
door
in the
fucked up.
corners. I'm just.
I'm in the wrong.
I'm. Look, get on.
Okay.
I'm moving it
You
closer.
gotta send me another friend request.
Yeah, because I recopied everything. You're right. 1 sec.
I'm in.
Oh, hang on. I need to move it because I'm stuck on a pylon.
Wait, what's your in-game name? What?
It's Dr. Crendor.
DR. Der.
Doctor.
Der.
Doctor.
Der.
Doctor.
Derivative.
Literally the word doctor.
Derivative. Well, it's not DYDX Crendor.
No, it's a
One
DRDX.
What this? Hold on a sec. Look at what I'm seeing.
These things just barely fit through the door.
And or am I dumb? Look my stream real quick on Discord if you can, please.
Yes,
Well-
you are dumb.
Well, yes, but what
Capital
in what
D.
manner are you dumb this way? Or this time?
Capital C. What?
Yeah, that's. Did you see my issue now?
Does Kelbeck show up? Okay, Kelbeck, you fucking do it then.
Sorry.
Okay.
I joined again party though. And knocked again.
I'm pulling
Sorry.
I'm pulling an Austin Powers right now. Literally trying to wedge this thing as far in as possible sideways.
That's what I tried to do last night.
Oh yeah, no, you could fit 2 in there.
You'd probably be able to fit
But
3 if you
imagine
do
how many
2 sideways and 1 on
PTVs
the
you can
side.
fit in here.
Knock.
What?
Yeah, we were cracked out when we thought we could fit 4 in there.
I told you it wouldn't fit 4.
No, we were all just assuming Stompy knew what he was talking about.
You're trying to fit cyclones in there and it's not working?
You can fit maybe 3 if you like really pack them in.
This might be
I
a tractor beam
don't.
scenario.
No, this is a brute force scenario.
Don't blow up the ship.
I'm trying not to.
I'm gonna go in the hallway. I feel safer there.
You
Yeah,
might
I'm-
want to
I'm
just
gonna-
get.
I'm
You
gonna
might just
not be
want to
in
get
the
off
ship.
the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna not be on the ship.
Yeah, honestly, 2 is all you're gonna fit.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's it.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you guys were smoking something when you said 4.
Oh, I'm definitely smoking something.
Oh, okay. Wow.
The only thing I'm smoking is you.
Ooh.
Nah, where are you? So I can test out the P8.
I got a joke to tell you guys later.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see. Well, yeah, I don't think we can move this thing through the elevator, even in the squatted position. It's too tall.
Yeah, yeah. But you know where you can put it?
Up your ass.
No, I was gonna say in the CL with the
Yeah.
2 barely fitting cyclones.
But you can fit them.
Oh wait, can you invite me to party?
My question is, how many
Right.
PTVs can you fit in there?
On key.
Wait, better question: how many pulses or not pulses? Furies
100.
can you fit in there?
Furies? As many cyclones as you can fit Furies.
Okay. I thought the Furies were a bit smaller than cyclones.
Well, I challenge you to try and fit 3 in there.
Well, currently I'm not gonna fit any in there,
Okay.
and I don't really feel like trying to wrestle those out of the hangar.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab. I'm gonna go clean up my hangar. I'm gonna pull one out
luck.
for Stompy. Actually, no, Stompy, you probably have your own now, since we're in the PTU. I think we
Well,
gave them to everyone.
yeah. Well, are
Sweet.
you wave 1, or are you a subscriber? I guess.
I own
yeah,
I
you would
fucking
have.
owned one. I'll pull one out for him.
Well, he should have one. He should have both the ES and the CL, if he's a subscriber.
Yep, I pay $20 a month, unfortunately.
So yeah, you'll be able to pull one up. So head to your hangar, grab one of your either the ES or the CL. They both have the same armaments, and we'll all take one out to fight.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back to my hangar.
Are cannons nerfed now?
That's what I've heard.
Yes.
Really?
I don't know exactly. Whoa. Don't know exactly what nerfed on them, but yes.
Okay.
Since we're going into a combat situation, I think this is a great time to bring up the topic of crime and punishment.
Yes.
So, if you've been following the PvP community at all, or anything like that, you'll know that there have been players that have been banned recently. That, you know, some of them have been banned legitimately. Some of them have been banned illegitimately. The ones that are legitimate, they know who they are. The ones that are illegitimate are those that are literally just trying to play the game. They're trying to play Star Citizen, they're PvPing, either they're doing bounty hunts, or they're doing anything, and it doesn't matter what they're doing, they kill someone, and that someone just so happens to be a streamer. That streamer, doesn't matter who killed them or why, goes to CIG and complains. That complaint gets filed through, probably doesn't even get looked at, and the person who killed the streamer gets banned for 30 days or more. Okay?
So does that mean if I kill you, I get banned?
In this moment, yeah. Oh, no, sorry. I have to clarify. You have to be a Twitch streamer. If you're not a Twitch streamer, it doesn't matter.
So you can't you can't be a filthy YouTube streamer.
That's right. Yeah, no, you can't be a filthy YouTube streamer like me. You have to be a Twitch streamer.
Also, not only that, but you would have to report me for that, because...
Yes, I would have to be a filthy YouTube. Sorry, no, I'd have to be a filthy Twitch streamer and report you for griefing.
Guifa.
And you are neither.
I am neither.
Oh my god, you're freaking guifing.
Unlike a certain Stompy, who's one of those things.
At least.
A freaking guifa?
At least.
Report.
He's at least one of those things.
Oh my god, you freaking guifa?
I'm a Guifa.
Flick.
No.
Okay, they've changed up the... Oh, I clicked on the wrong tab. Guess that would do it. Let's treat my legs.
Also, I do think it's funny that they have propulsion in here, even though it's not useful yet. Which is, I'm pretty sure it's just an artifact of it being the skeleton of 4.0. Which I am honestly a huge proponent, I'm a huge fan of, because that just, it's more data they can get going towards 4.0. And if they get it out to Evocati by end of year, which, considering this has the skeleton of it, I think is quite possible. We could see it, but we could actually see a live release by probably second half of next year.
They're looking to put out a 4.0 Evo this month.
Yeah, it's the moment this one leaves. The moment this one leaves Evo, they're going to be rolling 4.0 into Evo.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Well, sorry, as soon as this leaves wave, whatever the final wave is, whenever it hits live, they're rolling 4.0
we are,
Evo.
yeah, once the
This
PTU
is open to all waves.
Yeah, this is wave 4. Yep.
I thought they had like 6 waves
they made
now.
It open to all.
No, it says in the pipeline server open to all backers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way. I've got to repair my ship. It's been busted.
Yeah, I think they're looking to get 4.0 out by IAE. I think they're trying to make that the patch.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
I
do not want them to rush Pyro. Absolutely.
Can you say that it's rushed at this stage?
Yes.
Yes. Why am I just...
Yes, you can still say it's rushed at this stage. Okay,
Okay,
apparently
I
it needs
don't
no
have my
repair.
sticks. I don't
I
have my
think
sticks or
repairs might
anything,
be
but I
hard.
got a F7A.
What? Why aren't you not? Oh, I thought we were all bringing the Zeuses.
Should have some kind of benchmark.
Yeah, it's
Eh.
fine. You can bring a fighter.
I feel like benchmark will be itself.
That's no benchmark at all.
Nah, it's more of a benchmark of the pilot.
I have no idea what I'm doing in this thing, by the way.
Yeah, same. Mostly because my key binds are fucked 6 ways sideways.
All my keybinds got transferred over to the same. I don't know why or how.
Yeah, mine didn't, but I also just, even if they had, I would have reset them because with how much they changed, especially with the MFD interactions, like there's gonna be so much that's obsoleted, no longer exists, or is otherwise, or like that's kind of my biggest complaint with the patches recently is they keep
That's new.
adding more things to bind to keys, but there's no way to actually bind them all because you can't string together buttons. Like
In what way?
like if I say I wanted to use the trigger on my left stick as a modifier to I can't do that.
Okay.
It will only take one input. But the thing I don't get is I'm pretty sure the tech is already mostly there because I saw that there were controller marking or controller markings for the interaction menu. And so I'm like, I wonder if controller actually works because I'd never had any luck with it. And lo and behold, it works. Albeit they're janky as heck, but still. So, but no, because the way it works on controller is left bumper works as a modifier, and it's even listed as that in the key binding UI. So it's there to some extent.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Were we talking about controller use?
I'm using that as an example. I'm talking about string together keys or buttons to basically have one button serve as a modifier to another button.
Okay. Hey guys. They changed symbols again.
Oh yeah.
Instead of circles with dots in the middle. Wait, hold on. What? Okay.
Where are you?
So in the last build, it was all dots, all filled in circles for anything that was not in this orbit.
Okay, they changed it for the between builds. I see what you mean.
The circle with dot in the middle is still OMs. Anything else, any other like celestial or Lagrange point is a four-sided box with the corners cut off, set on an angle, 45, and then a dot in the middle.
You mean a diamond?
Shh. Let me be expressive.
You're not being expressive. You are rambling. That's the most rambly one.
Moons are no longer a full, completed, filled-in circle. They're now a half-filled circle. So that's cool.
You mean a half moon?
Can I ask a question real quick? Why the hell can't I use my afterburner?
What?
You can. It just doesn't look like you're using it.
It stops me mid-space.
Well, that might be because you're like for some reason I don't know. There's a bug where whenever you change views, it will automatically it'll basically cut any input you were giving it.
If you're pressing W, or if you're using I haven't used a stick, so I don't know if it works on sticks too, but if you're using keyboard, you press W, there are two things that'll put your thrust back to 0. And that is pressing Alt and pressing F4 to change your camera view. If you
I'm
change your
talking
camera
about-
view, go ahead.
You're funny. You're funny. No, but like my afterburner that I'm using as my caps lock just by like from previous patches, and it just like keeps me like I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not moving at all.
Well,
Basically,
It might
can
be
I-
double bound because it's a new patch after. It's a
You're right.
PTU, and it was strange to me that it copied it over at all.
Can I just take this moment to point out this extremely irregular cloud formation? I've never
That's
seen
not
a cloud
formation.
I've
That's
never
a
seen a
penis.
cloud formation that looks like a freaking plateau. A stone rock plateau.
Yeah, they happen.
Clouds or plateaus?
Both.
I've never seen a cloud look like that in any photo.
Okay. Yo,
Just-
what's up with these fucking firing groups?
So you have 4 firing groups now. As to what they're keybound
Yeah.
to, I don't know. But you can set any weapon to any number of firing group.
But like, how do I?
You just click on the dots in that firing group.
got
So-
it.
No, not how do I set it to a group? How do I switch between them?
They're different keybinds. It's not switching
Balance
between.
my cycle of fire modes. That is retarded.
Okay.
What was that, Stompy?
It was bound to my cycle fire mode.
Huh? Oh, middle click.
Yeah.
That. I mean, it
Why did
makes
that
kind
just
of makes
deploy
sense.
noise?
Not
What the
really.
fuck?
Oh, all right. Hey, I got you. You can switch between them by scroll wheel whenever you're selected on guns.
Oh yeah, guns all. If you only want like
Oh.
one fire group. Interesting.
So it's 0 through 3.
Yeah, what you know, the funny thing is, this just further proves my point that we need to be able to string together buttons, because instead of 2 buttons for primary and secondary fire, there's now up to 4.
Well, you can select any fire group and you can select any number of weapons to be on any fire group. So like for me, just now,
True.
I put all of my weapons onto all of the fire groups. So that
Well,
way, no
that's
matter
why
what fire group I'm on, because who knows, I might accidentally change it, I will always be on a
Yeah.
fire group that fires my weapons.
Yeah, that's why I said up to 4.
But yeah, so you have full configuration of all the weapons on your ship, and you can assign them to different fire groups, which honestly, most people aren't going to be dealing with more than 4 weapons anyways, so. Unless they start coming out some really unique ships where the pilot has control over, like, everything,
I mean,
I don't see much use for this.
or the F8, F7. You could change it so it's asymmetrical, so you have a different gun on each. So it's no
Why
longer
is
the same gun on
Zeus's
each side.
nav speed limited to 400 SCM? Or meter per second.
It's not.
Atmo.
What?
Hold Alt and scroll wheel up. They changed your speed limiter to be behind an Alt keybind.
Also, that 400 number isn't your velocity. I think it's your acceleration.
No,
Or
that's,
your- I
that's your
guess your
velocity.
thrust.
The
Velocity
maximum,
meters per second.
The
The
orange number is
maximum-
the velocity.
the maximum SCM that this thing can achieve is 400 meters per second.
Yeah.
I'm in 1049 nav mode. Let's fucking go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that old part, because that's freaking retarded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just like having no
the
speed limiter, but
keybinds
that's
are.
fine.
I'm
dumb.
really getting frustrated with CIG putting everything behind an alt. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. I gotta have some kind of protection. I know, an alternate function key. Let's put the keybind there. Why?
See, that's why I took advantage of the fact that you could double bind keys. So, you know, like ours, all systems ready, and you is all power off.
All
Why
they're
don't you just
doing.
do this? Save your keys, put you as your all systems ready, put double tap for you as your all systems off, and boom! They had a fucking double tap feature for a reason. Just use your goddamn brain, players. Come on, guys.
Except half the time you can't even bind something that has a double tap because it just doesn't want to. It just won't let you for some reason.
Granularity of system is not in the game yet, and
What of system?
granularity.
Oh, hello there.
You started spinning as I was trying to line up with your cockpit.
I apparently hit something because I got a check fire notification.
Yeah, you got hit.
Did they even wait?
You clipped his wing.
How the? I mean, I guess it is size 4, so.
You clipped his wing. That's what you did. You redded his nose and clipped his wing.
Did they make the pit boxes squares now and back to something we can actually look at instead of a giant circle we can't shoot?
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, that's the targeting box. Your pip is still circle. But they've changed the HUD.
Stop flaring, fuckers.
Me, I'm flaring when I'm boosting because it's double bound on accident.
I'm that shit.
That's not a bad idea, though.
Until you're just every time you try to boost just to get out of atmo, you're burning decoys.
Noct, are you is your ship dead?
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're
hey.
red on the dorsal though.
Me? No. At least not on my HUD. I'm still.
I have no idea what I'm doing here, Stompy. Whee!
Oh! What the fuck?
Stompy, what are you flying?
Yes.
Zeus?
Okay. It has repeaters?
No.
Oh, that's what I thought I saw.
Size
come
4
off your ship.
Gatlings?
Oh, okay. You took them off something else. Got it.
Yeah, that's why.
I was like, that doesn't look like cannons.
Surprise.
Put me out of my misery. Come on.
I like how. Okay, hey, I haven't fought in a hot minute, but I love this new targeting system where it encloses in on the crosshair when you're hitting marks. That is really, really nice, actually. Wow.
Oh, the precision.
Put me
system,
down.
Precision? Yeah, that part is nice.
Okay, that was a huge improvement. That was one of the things that turned me off for dogfighting. Hugely. Oh, that's cool. Hey, fuckface.
Finish me off.
Waka 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 waka. What is that? There we go.
Thank you.
Why am I not? Why can't I rotate? Why can't I roll?
Skill issue.
I do really like the new navigation mark, or the new direction head. You know what I mean. The new direction markers.
I lost something. I think I lost weapons. Nope, there's fire. What the hell?
Why am I... What?
Yeah, I'm getting like one shot every so often. This is...
Yeah, my biggest complaint about this patch is I'm not a fan of the power management rework.
Yeah, me neither. It's so stupid.
It's like they took Starfield's already clunky system and decided, what if we made it worse?
Yeah. How can we make it like
Oh, fuck, I'm out.
objectively worse? and
Well, I have a
incredibly
feeling
hard
the
to
person
use?
who made this came from the Starfield like development team.
That'd explain why it's shit.
I'm out of ammo, man.
Well, that's the thing with ballistics is.
I know. I was thinking of fucking. Oh shit. Evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, I will admit I'm not a huge fan of the location of the missile tubes. Because even just like you see it right before the engine actually ignites, and you just have a moment of panic. Like, where'd that missile come from? Why are there so many missiles just floating around now?
Well,
Because I launched them at Stompy. I think I'm out
Yeah.
of ordnance. Yeah, I'm
Me
out
too.
of ordnance. So, one thing that I can tell you, okay, right off the hop, as a person who has fought before in dogfights, the information that I need is not where I need it. I can't tell how much ammo my guns have. I
Yeah,
can't tell how many missiles I have. I can't tell
Yeah.
any of that at a glance. I have to look up into the high corner of my screen to find that answer.
I still haven't found it.
It's in the upper left corner by default.
Where are my fucking whiskers at? I can't tell where my ship's going. Did they take those out? My TVR. Whatever it's called, right?
I don't know. You know what? I bet you I have a damaged relay. I can't explain why I don't have... Oh, I've got full power now. But it took forever to get that.
Damn it.
Or did you just try to like go flat on me to try and get me to ram into you?
Maybe. But I can't be successful when I'm doing this. Because my freaking TVR is gone. My whiskers are flat gone. Can't see them. Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. That was beautiful. I just saw the you two collide.
It wasn't even at high speed either. Like I think we're at like
No.
150.
No, you literally.
They're like
you fucking
150, 200
drifted.
SCM or something.
It was phony.
You fucking drifted into each other. Is what you did.
Well, he went sideways, and I was just shooting at him, and I didn't adjust my course, and I should have.
Come on, you want to see the explosion. You want the boom. For old time's
So,
sake.
I'm gonna tell you this. My bottom line on this ship. It will still be my daily driver, but it will not, and I cannot emphasize this anymore. It will not be a combat ship. You cannot fight anything in this at all. You have guns, great. It has decent damage,
Yeah, for
great. It will not fight anything. You cannot survive.
Yeah, no,
But
like I'm still torn between this as my daily driver and my 400i.
Oh no, this will be my daily driver for sure. I think it's a fantastically looking ship. Like I love it.
Oh, I agree. I just also really like the look and feel of the 400i.
That said, the direct competitor to the CL is the Freelancer Max. In every aspect, in every aspect, the Freelancer Max is beaten except for in firepower. Freelancer Max has 4 guns to the pilot, 4 size 3s. It loses 8 SE of cargo, and its maneuverability is absolute dog shit, especially at high speeds. At high speeds, it will not turn.
Well, but it also has more hull health, doesn't it?
No. It'll die just as
No?
quickly as the Zeus. Well, I don't know. I
Oh.
haven't seen the numbers. I'll admit I have not seen the numbers, so I can't answer that definitively. But it feels like they are roughly the same in hull health.
Hmm.
However, here's the difference. The CL, the Zeus, has more shields. And here's the other thing that pisses me off. It's a medium class ship, but I don't have forward and rear shield faces.
Wait, you don't? Even
Nope.
though it has 3
It's
shields?
it's a bubble shield.
Yep.
That's so dumb, 'cause that's the whole point in having multiple shields, is you can distribute them differently.
Well, no, shield generators versus shield emitters is different.
Okay.
So a shield generator obviously produces the energy necessary to power the shield emitters. The shield emitters determines the number of faces you have. Well, sort of. Based on how their system works, it does. So if I only have one grouping of emitters, I only have one shield face, which means all the power that my 3 shield generators are producing go into that entire emitter group. So, whatever the total HP is that those 3 shield generators can put out is what my total shield value is, because it's all one shield emitter group. In a medium class ship, typically you have 2 emitter groups, forward and rear. In a large class ship, it changes again and it goes to 4 emitter groups, forward, rear, left, and right. In a capital class ship, it's supposed to, they haven't even talked about it yet, but it's supposed to be 6 emitter groups, top, bottom, front, back, left, and right. So, and there are keybinds for top and bottom, so it's going to happen, but they haven't talked about it with capital ships yet.
Yeah, and that's just another reason why I think they need to focus on, they need to put a higher priority on fixing the key binding situation, because it's already a giant mess. But
so,
like once all of those actually have a use, there's just not going to be enough keys.
I'm gonna lay something out here, and I don't know if it's Gen Z UX designers or what it is, but people need to stop doing this shit. Let me explain something real quick. In my line of work, we use a software. This software, in its old form, was missing features, but it was still functional. However, when they updated these features, first off, they didn't add all the features we wanted. However, they changed the UI. And the UI made things more tedious. Exceedingly more tedious. We still use the software because, well, we're kind of invested in it. We have to use it. But, like, it's the software that our entire client database is in, and we have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of, well, I don't know how many thousands we have, but we have a good couple. I don't know, maybe 10,000, 20,000, I don't know. I'm just guessing now. Anyways, I'll stop. But the point is the software, okay? When they changed the design of the software, and I'm not going to mention the company, I'm not going to mention the software because that's neither here nor there. It's the design that I'm talking about. Because they changed it to look cooler, to look better, in their opinion, in ours, functionality is what we wanted, not looks. We wanted it to function well, not look well while still doing the same shit it was before. And now it's actually worse. In order to get to clients that we need to get to, we have to do so many extra steps to find these clients, not to mention the search feature now sucks. It's just, oh my gosh, it's a mess. And that's what's happening here. Someone decided that the UI needed to be changed. Now, if you're going to look at change, I think Avenger 1, now I'm not a huge fan of his, but I think Avenger 1 said it very well. And basically, if you're going to design a user interface, it needs to do 3 things. I forget the order of things, so I'm just going to try and reiterate what he said off the top of my head. But there needs to be contrast. You need to be able to, the speed of gaining that information, and I can't remember what the third thing is, but just those first 2 things right there is important. High contrast. I need to see my data no matter what the backdrop is. Yeah. And the second thing is speed. if I look at my displays, I need to be able to do what I need to do or see the information that I need right then and there. Okay, I don't need to go searching for it like I was just talking about with the weapons. Okay, upper left-hand corner by default, and that was only because I had a helmet on. If I didn't have a helmet on with a combat-capable helmet, I wouldn't even see that because that was part of my helmet MFD or my helmet whatever they call that shit now.
And I think also to add on to that, like the old UI had you could see your fuel levels. Here you have to go through the MFDs to find it.
It's just, I understand they wanted to try and simplify things, but their mission to simplify things actually made it more tedious and actually made it more worse. Now, on the surface, if you look at it, you can look at it and go, hey, that looks kind of cool. But when you actually use it in practice, it's complete garbage. And I'm not the only one that said this. Avenger 1's not the only one that said this. There's a few other people that I've talked to that have also said this. The user interface is trash.
Yeah.
I just don't know how best to say it. They have changed, and here's the funny thing. They cannot settle on fucking icons for space. They can't. In the last 2 years, they've changed the icons, what, 4 or 5 times? Just 3 times in this last patch cycle for the PTU. Well, not even that. What was it, 322? Was it 322 they changed the icons?
I think.
Yeah.
No, it was 323. I think.
Yeah, 323.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it was when they implemented all the stuff that they were porting over from Squadron.
So 323, they gave us new icons. Some of them look cool, but ultimately trash.
It's because I can't tell what's what.
It didn't effectively translate to me being able to see what's going on effectively. But I don't know if they handed it to someone else in the department or what, but this update, one update later, we have new icons. And between patches of the PTU, it hasn't even hit live yet. Between PTU builds, we have changed icons again. Like, come on, guys. I mean, I will say they're starting to zero in on it. I think they're actually starting to get some of them looking nice.
Yeah, but
come on.
They need to settle on something, and I mean this is kind of with the game as a whole. They need to just settle on something instead of constantly revisiting things.
Well, hold on. I have a better idea. Check this out. Okay? And I don't know, if you don't like my idea, let me know. But I think this is gonna work.
I don't like your idea, Calbeck.
Shut up. Okay. Get packs of icons. Get them all together in front of you. Install it into your game. Render out the game. Take screenshots of all the instances where the icons are going to be used. Every single pack of icons, go through them and do the exact same tests. You know, high contrast, low contrast. You know, by that I mean like bright background, dark background, different ships. Like, get a whole range of things.
Like test it with different ships, different HUD colors, different on different planets, different skyboxes.
Okay, take all those screenshots and put them side by side with every one of your icon packs. Pick the top 3. Okay? The top 3. Once you've picked those top 3, put those 3 into the game and let the user pick which one of those 3 they want to use.
That would be so nice to actually be able to customize it.
And you know what? That'd be even better. You know, let them go into the game settings and select the icon they want for different things. I want the moons to look like this because that makes sense to my brain. I want the ground locations to look like this because that makes sense to my brain. And they could be from completely different icon packs. I like your idea. You know, I thought I had a good idea. I think you just took it to the next level. Thank you. That was a great idea. But yeah, let's put it in the settings. Give us all the different icons you've created over the, I don't know how many years you've made different icons. Put them back into the game, all of them. And just put it in the settings. Let me pick what icon I want for what different specific thing. I wanna pick what my OMs are gonna be. I wanna pick what my stations are gonna look like. I wanna pick what my Lagrange points are gonna look like. I want the option to differentiate between celestial bodies and Lagrange points. I want the option. What?
Let me set the colors.
Yes.
I want to set the colors and hues for each of them by category.
That would be so nice to be able to actually have different colors on it instead of being
color
like,
code them bitches.
You're just exactly.
And
but
here's
then also just have like different markers, different like whether it's different size, different shape, different color, but have some sort of differentiation between, say, friendly or hostile bunkers. Or even just bunkers and distribution centers.
I think that I like the idea, but I think that needs to come from
getting shot at or not.
Well, yes and no, but I think that falls in the exploration category, where if you scan it and you get that data, you can add that data to your database.
Well, but even having the option to do that would be nice. Because right now they're just, it's like, what kind of settlement is this? I mean, it's kind of like with the system we have now, it's kind of hard to extrapolate on like unknown areas because it's one system that's been well populated.
Yeah.
I'm like,
but
there's you can tell what it is by most of the time by the naming conventions.
Oh shit. I do have a P8. They gave us a P8 to test.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. I mean, Oh, someone's in here. That's funny. I couldn't tell if he came in to get healed or if he spawned there. I think he came in to get healed. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I like the colors. I like the option to pick. Put in all the icons. I want them all back. Every single rendition you ever made, and add new ones. As someone else in your company goes, hey, I've got a great idea. You know what? Let us pick. Put them all into the game. We will pick what one's better.
Guess what? They could even monetize it.
No, shut up. Shut up. Stop it.
No, they should.
I would be fine with that if they implement a way for us to customize it, even if they put it behind.
No. Icons. Okay, hold on. Anything that involves us freely playing the game should not be monetized. And icons, which are critical to know, icons that are critical for us to know where to go and how to get there. No, do not monetize that. Put that into the settings because that's where they belong.
Well, no, what I'm saying is
not the critical ones, just optional ones.
Oh, geez, like what? What's optional?
Like you obviously have a default set, of course.
Yeah,
but then all of the legacy sets that you're saying they should add,
or make
you buy
it like,
them.
No.
Or make it like paints.
Why would you buy an icon
they're
pack?
like paints.
No.
Because you will prefer that
because
icon
people
pack.
spend money on stupid stuff.
You guys are as bad as CIG. Maybe you should be on the board.
I'm looking out for the future of this game from a business perspective.
I want them to be able
not
to
over
money.
Icons. There are other things they can sell. There are other things they can sell. Yes, they could literally license Star Engine, but I mean that's besides the point. That's gonna be the biggest part of their income, to be honest. But I digress. Okay, so if they happen to take your idea and monetize fucking icon packs, I'm just gonna deal with the
You better give me royalties.
basic ones.
Yeah,
No,
we deserve royalties.
I'm just gonna deal with the basic ones. I'm not gonna buy any.
No, that'd be the same.
And
thing
that's
a lot of
perfectly
people would do.
fine.
Exactly. It's just the people that want that either that extra little flair or that want to support the game.
Okay.
Spend money.
Well, in that case, I think that every time you go to a vendor, to buy, you know, your cruise, you have to pay 50 cents a cruise.
No, because that is because that is a
No. A cruise is not critical gameplay. They have bottles of
Yes,
water
it
and
is.
torpedo burritos. You don't need to have nutrients and hydration all in one bottle. No,
But
you can
what
get
I'm
that
saying is
from
it's
looting.
not a no. What I'm saying is it's not a cosmetic.
No,
Right.
I mean, it is. It's a different bottle.
No, it's not.
No, it
Yeah,
really
yeah.
isn't.
It has
Because
different stats. That's not
it
cosmetic.
has, like, if you want the are you saying as long as they have if they have one variant of cruise, then they could.
No. All cruises are monetized. Everything else, every
No.
other beverage and food, you can get that still in game, and you can hydrate and you can
That's-
eat. But if you want cruise
No.
where you do both, you need to pay.
No, because that is
Cruise
then
is not the only drink that does both.
It doesn't matter. You still need to pay for cruise.
I mean, it's, I thought it was I mean, I guess there's the stuff in the black and like green or orange.
Yeah, there's like the fucking Powerade looking one that does
Yeah,
it too.
the fucking energy drinks. It is the prime of the Star Citizen universe.
Oh god, don't even go there.
Have you guys seen the claim time for this ship?
Bro,
I was yes, I
Cruise?
brought up yes.
I know you did. I'm asking.
Okay. Oh.
Cruise predates Prime, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. Where do you think they got the idea for Prime from?
Yeah.
I can speed this 51 minutes up with 40,000
For
credits
37,000.
for to bring it down to 7 minutes.
It's pretty good.
I think someone broke something. I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
Well, I know they broke something with the cost of fuels. Wait, it might be. Well, no, because it's
The
it's
ES
fine
is
for the rest
3
of the
minutes.
ships.
The ES is 2 minutes longer.
What? Why?
5310 as opposed to 51 something.
Why?
I don't know.
That's so.
Why not?
it's- I don't know. I mean, it's all PTU, so maybe they'll fix it before it goes into live.
You know what? I think to file a claim, I think you actually need to pay like $49.99 per claim.
That's literally a core game function.
No, just don't lose your ship. That's just it. Don't lose your ship. You don't need to file a claim. But to file a claim, it's $49.99.
What would more you're being hyperbolic with this. And what
if you're gonna say monetize my goddamn things that should be in the settings to begin with, then I'm gonna monetize everything.
We're talking hype.
Okay, guys, $4.98 to take an elevator ride. $4.98 to take an elevator ride. You get 5.
One thing they could monetize insurance, so you could buy it in game, but you could also buy it with money.
Okay, that is actually an idea that they'd probably take from you in a heartbeat. Stop that.
I want this game to succeed, damn it.
I mean, I do too, but there's other ways they can make money that will be just as profitable. Stop doing the little shit that is like part of our everyday play.
I don't know. I am curious what, like, 50 years down the line, what they will end up doing to
Oh, it'll be
keep the game profitable.
it'll be $95.98 a month to play the game.
It's even more if you're already concierge.
Great Scott.
Yeah, if you made concierge, it's like a 5% increase per month.
Yeah, it's like taxes.
It's the rich tax.
You hear this, Krendor?
What?
Hey, I'm concierge too. I got the top hat.
Well, yeah, but he was the one that
yeah.
he was the one that was they're going to what they're gonna do is they're gonna start charging like $95.98 a month to play the game. But they're gonna add a tax if you're concierge during development.
Which, by the way, that applies to the monthly fee too. So if you hit $1,000, which is like 10 months of play, 11 months of play, then you get the tax.
I literally will sue them.
But yeah, honestly, the Lightning and the Mark II still fly really well. But of course, they're small ships. The Mole, for as big as it is, still flies as lumbering as it used to. I'm just going through my list of ships, kind of mentally tracking what I flew the other night with Shaw.
Did you fly a 400i by chance?
I don't have
I've
one.
heard that they. Okay, I've heard that they made it better maneuvering in Atmo, which makes sense with how sleek that ship is.
Yeah.
Like it should glide through air.
Well, no, you have to be going significantly faster for it to do what you think it's supposed to do. You need to be doing like, 0.7 Mach to be, flying with that thing in air without your ventral thrusters.
Well, yeah, I mean it doesn't have any significant control surfaces.
Well, it doesn't have anything in the nose. You don't have any flight surfaces in the nose. All you have is a vertical stabilizer in the nose.
The nose is a flight surface.
No, it's not. It doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough anything to keep the nose up. You have too much weight in the nose and not enough surface to lift.
What do you mean you have too much weight in the nose? There's not a lot in the nose.
You have a vehicle elevator, you have a huge freaking landing gear that takes up the entirety of your vertical stabilizer. You have there is components up there. You have a lot of weight in the nose. If you want to use air resistance or atmosphere to generate your lift, you need a flight surface up there, not a vertical stabilizer. You need something to generate lift. Otherwise, your ventral thrusters have to generate that lift to compensate for the weight. So, I mean, yes, it does have wings in the back. Congratulations. Yes, it is a delta shape. Congratulations. But it doesn't have the profile it needs on the edges of your delta shape to be a flying wing. Your nose is too heavy. Now the Zeus, on the other hand, that thing is literally a flying wing in a delta formation. It's an arrowhead.
It's not a flying wing, it's a flying Dorito. Get it right.
Yes, that thing will perform very well in atmosphere. That thing is fantastic. And if you look at the ventral thrusters, you have one at the nose and two at the back, and they're the large variety. So you have plenty of thrust for that thing, and it's very well spaced out. I think it's a fantastic design. As far as
they did
flight goes.
They did really good with with just thinking out the majority of the ship.
I mean, as far as design goes, they did fine. But whoever came up with the MFD crap, I mean, go not do that.
Go rethink your life.
No, not life. Life is fine. Go rethink your decisions to mess with what we liked and what was
maybe
functional.
Not your life decisions, but go rethink your
Look, I'm sure that person meant well, but please, before you go to simplify my ability to use the MFDs,
in a complicated space game.
Don't use a crayon.
I love crayons.
I love crayons.
If you're gonna make things bright and colorful, at the very least use a sharp colored pencil.
Yep.
No.
Absolutely not.
Because, quite honestly, that's honestly what you need. Because what we have now,
Crayon. Cool.
What we have now, especially for ships that have limited MFDs, right? The Zeus, for everything it has, you would think that we'd have panels that would fold down from the top, but we don't. We only have the two that are on the chair. So you have your left MFD and your right MFD, and your helmet has the rest of the information. Problem is, you also have the hollow, right? You have the hollow effect above your MFDs. And I didn't notice much issue with where it was placed. I thought it was actually relatively well placed. Even in a bright background, I could still read a lot of the hollow stuff.
Yeah.
But
That
weapons.
is one thing that.
I couldn't find the charge of my weapons till I looked up in the upper left corner. It's underneath my ship status. If I want to look at my shields, upper left corner. If I want to look at how red my hull is, upper left corner. If I want to look at my missile count, upper left corner on the upper edge, not the lower edge, because that's where my guns are. But I'm not on guns, so it's not showing guns, but it's showing my missiles, and they're up at the top. So even the information I need to know, I now have to look for a second location for a second weapon system. And it's not showing the information for the first weapon system because I'm not on it, so it makes that disappear. I don't know why you don't just put them on top of each other. There's a lot to unpack with this new MFD system, guys.
Yeah, there really is.
And a lot of it's not good. I think when this hits live, which is honestly the worst time for feedback to happen, it's going to upset a lot of people. There's a lot of people right now who won't get into the PTU. Why? Because they have to download a whole second game. It can't take the core game and then add the patch to it, right? I can't just download the difference for the PTU and have it operate off of both files. No, I've got to download the game in its entirety a second time. That's the first hurdle that most people have because they don't have enough space on their hard drives. Most people are still operating on a terabyte of space or even a half terabyte of space. And for modern games that are 100 gigs apiece, they've already got 3 or 4 games on that hard drive, if not more. No more than 10, obviously. And their space is used up. And they can't afford a second whole game. That said, okay, we have it. We're all here on the PTU. PTU is a great place. Here we are unpacking this stuff. We are currently putting this out over YouTube. There are other people who are putting the same information out over YouTube. Here's what's not happening. People are seeing the video, but then they're just ignoring it. Or maybe they're not ignoring it and they get upset about something, but they're not going to voice it. So no one's going to go back to Spectrum, which is where you need to go to voice your opinions. You need to go to Spectrum, and you need to use their proprietary platform to then complain about what you don't like, what the bugs are, what the things you don't like are, what things you think should be improved for suggestions, giving your own feedback. Constructive, by the way, guys. Feedback doesn't work if you just go, this sucks!
That's not feedback, that's just...
Oh no, that's feedback, it's just not helpful feedback. Yeah, okay, it sucks, but what do you want me to do with it? Well, it just sucks, fix it. Okay, I'll change it a different way. No, that sucks too! How do you want it? Okay, guys, if you're going to give feedback, first, articulate what your problem is. Don't just say it sucks. We're talking about the MFDs here now. The MFD rework, we were talking about power. You guys don't like how the power allocation is. I don't like it either, but I didn't get a chance to voice my opinion on that. I'm doing that now. I don't like the power system either. I think that the nodes are atrocious. I thought the power triangle was far easier to manage, far easier to understand, and I now have to worry about making sure everything gets power, not just 3 systems. I had shields, weapons, and engines to worry about. Now I've got shields, weapons, engines, coolers, radar, hell, they put landing gear if they could. I wouldn't be able to put my landing gear down if I didn't give it power. The resource network they're trying to put in, I understand they want things to be detailed and shit, but now we're just getting to the point where it's too much.
It's becoming tedious.
The game, yeah, this is no longer a space simulation, this is a tedious simulation. I get up in the hab. I have to go to a terminal where there is a drawer, quote unquote, because that's not a working feature. But I have to go to a terminal. I have to tell the terminal what I want to wear that day. The terminal goes, okay, here's what you wanted to wear. I went through your inventory and pulled that out for you. So I have to take that out and put it on. Now I have to go exit the door. I have to go down an elevator. Every single hab has this. I can't just walk out of my hab and just walk out into the open. I have to go down an elevator because I live in a tower. Every single one of them. Okay? Now I'm in the main area outside of my hab. Now I need to go and get some supplies. Okay. I have to walk clear across. Well, in some of them, Area 18 is actually very well thought out. For the most part, there's a few issues. But I have to go down to a transit system of some form or another in most places. The only place that still has some things to buy other than Area 18 in the same area as the hab is Orison. Well, no, I take that back. They've added a place to buy stuff in
Lorville has Tammany and Sons.
Yeah, but that's so far hidden. Like, finding that place is... Anyways, I digress. Yes, they have Tammy and Sons, so you're right. I will take that back. There is a place to buy stuff without taking a transit system on every landing location. Now, there did not used to be. But thankfully they fixed that. But if you want to go and get ship weapons, or you want to go and get components, or you want to go and find food, in Lorville you cannot find food without going to Tammy and Sons. It's the only place that sells it. And you gotta find that shit. And there are more transit systems in Lorville than there are anything else on any other landing area. Tediousness.
I don't know, Microtech has a lot of trams.
No. Theirs is actually very simple. Theirs is a loop. You get on one train, you got on the wrong one, guess what? Eventually it'll get to where you want to go. You get on the wrong train in Lorville, you're out on the edge of town. You'll eventually come back to where you started, but if you wanted to go to the right spot, now you get to get on the right train and go to that right spot. And if you messed up again, it's a whole nother trip.
Oh yeah, and then don't get me started on the peripheral, or not the peripheral, the perimeter one. I completely forgot that existed.
Exactly. Yep. Lorville, honestly, I think it was like their second landing zone they built, if I'm correct. I don't remember.
That
hey,
sounds right.
Tomato, what's up, buddy? Oh, Sand, okay. What's up? Nice to see you. Yeah, we're just over here ranting about the game design now. Before we were talking about the Zeus. We had both variants out. We compared those two variants with the C1 and last year's ship. We've all decided unanimously, Noctilus, Stompy, and Dr. Krendor, all members of my organization, that the Zeus is still going to be our daily flyer, and that it's hands above the rest as far as last year's ship. And I believe we also concluded that it is not meant to fight. Don't ever try and take it into a fight.
Yeah.
It feels paper thin. Its maneuverability is okay, but there's not enough rotation seems fine. It's just pitch and yaw. Pitch and yaw are very slow, especially for the medium-sized craft that it is. Especially for the delta wing that it is. Like, you'd think it'd be a lot more maneuverable.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Master modes, what are you gonna do?
Uninstall. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Shit, they're it feels like they're wanting us to.
With every update. Let's just make it more and more tedious. Let's see how low we can get our player base.
It's like instead of grinding for something better, just grind to get to the spaceport.
Yeah, I mean, so we were talking about the tediousness in the game that they've been putting together here. We were talking about the MFDs and the new MFD rework. I don't know how much you've got into the MFD rework, Sand, but our opinion of it is, well, my opinion of it is it feels like someone drew it with a crayon. And probably had about the same intelligence as the person that would use said crayon.
Hey.
Hey.
I like crayons.
You're just proving his point.
No, because I would make a better UI than that.
Do it. I want to see by next by next episode, I want to see your artistic skill with a crayon.
That's what we'll do. That's what are going to be
I have to get crayons.
Well, you better get started.
But anyways, you know what? I probably have the ships here. Let me go ahead and just pull one back out. We'll take a look at the MFDs and we'll actually go through it system by system. Because sitting here talking about it, instant. I'll just pay the fee. Let's go to the hangar and call
I'll
it
only
in.
do so much to convey it.
It do kind of be 11:30, boys.
Yeah, we'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end on this last little bit. The MFDs are really bothering me, and I really want to get my thoughts out on this.
Have you made a post on Spectrum?
No.
Are you going to?
No, I'm not. And that's exactly my point. They've made it so tedious. Like, everything about them is tedious. They
Well, what
want
do you
you...
expect? They're British.
They want you to play a game through the tediousness, and then they want you to go to their own platform, which doesn't merge with any other platform, to complain and talk about it. And of course, their platform isn't even, like, I don't know. I grew up in the era of forums, but I still fucking hate forums. I hate them. And that's everything that they're about, is forums. It's not calling my ship in? Is it because of all the cargo? Alright.
Damn, not.
Alright, well...
the Atlas is there at
Fucking
least.
hilarious.
Right. Well, let's do this. Just throw it over there.
Just moving the boxes now.
I'm just trying to get them off the freaking pad.
Nox, help him.
I'm not even there. I'm just sitting here in Bikini.
He's sitting
Fly
in
down there
Bikini
and
Bottom.
help him.
I am currently sanding down terrain for the new kill team set.
Eh.
Hey, some of us actually play games that aren't video games.
I mean, I do too. Except
Yeah, me too.
mine require an entire imagination. I don't have models to rely on.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, so the MFDs, I really don't know what to say about them without showing examples. I mean, Krendor, you saw them. What is your official opinion on the MFDs?
I don't understand them.
Yeah, that's my opinion too.
They're.
You know, Krendor, I like your
they don't
opinions
make
because
sense.
they're very short and to the point.
They don't
You-
make
you
a
can-
lot of sense.
You can express your opinion in like 5 words. It's really kind of interesting how you can do that. Krendor, what's your opinion? I don't like it.
Why not? Because it's bad.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All of this trash in my hangar. It'll be gone by tomorrow. New build tomorrow, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's yeah. New build, new problems.
Jesus.
But that's
Send it
that's
way over
just-
there. I can cross almost the entire hangar with this thing. It's actually kind of cool.
Are you using the Atlas?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to just throw boxes around.
I mean, it's making for quick work, but it is definitely not as accurate as a hand tool would be.
I don't know.
Why is there?
I thought it was more accurate.
Why is there so much in my hangar, guys? Tomato wants to know.
I don't know, Notch.
I don't
Thank you
know.
so
I
much.
don't know who put all that there. It definitely wasn't me.
Yeah, no, of course not. It couldn't possibly be you. It's in my hangar after
totally.
all.
Yeah. No, I can't. No, it definitely wasn't me.
Uh-huh.
I swear.
Right. So bottom line, we were messing with the Zeus, and we were filling the Zeus with cargo because we wanted to see, you know, how best to load it. Because we've been seeing some posts on the forums and you know, YouTube videos and other places where they're complaining about Reddit also, of course, because that's the prime place to complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Complainer Central.
Basically, they're complaining about the height of the door and the tractor not being able to accurately fill the entire ship because, well, you know, they claim it to be a bad design. And I'll admit there's some improvement to be made, but it's not going to be made because the ship is already designed and they're not going to go back on that.
Yeah, unless they do a full rework, which I don't think they're going to do.
Doubt it.
No, they're not gonna.
Exactly. It's because it's so new. It's already through the. It's already received its gold pass.
Yeah,
Gold
it's
standard.
coming out gold standard.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Now we just wait until they release the platinum standard.
meanwhile,
Oh,
we
yeah.
also we also had a pulse out in the hangar because we were talking about vehicles and how many vehicles it can fit inside. And one of our buddies here, Stompy, was flying it around and happened to clip the little winglet on the edge of the wing.
Well,
And
he
the
didn't
entire
clip it. He slammed into it.
I
To
full
be
on
fair.
bodied it by accident.
Okay,
Yeah, he completely
Not gonna
bodied
lie.
it.
but it was still just the winglet, right?
Yeah.
winglet.
Okay, so clips the winglet, bodied the winglet, whatever, impacted the winglet, and the entire ship went boom.
Like immediately.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, at first I thought it was something to do with the boxes. I'm like, oh no, what have I done? I mean, what have definitely not I done?
Uh-huh. I mean, the funny thing is, live build or PTU, that's still a very valid concern. Did I just blow up my ship with impacting it with a box? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, setting foot on a ramp and setting foot on an elevator would have been enough to blow up most ships like 2 updates ago.
Well, I remember back when I first tried out the game, like elevators were still a death trap.
You remember when stairs would just kill you out of nowhere?
Oh, man,
Yes.
those are the
Remember
old
when
days.
stairs, like
That
stepping on the
was-
first stair, would eject you into space?
Yeah.
I got a song about that.
Dude,
What
I remember IAE one year, like my fucking first one. I was just walking up the ramp that was just flat, no steps, and I just died halfway up for no reason.
I remember I was in. This was I think 2020, or is it 2020 or yeah, it's 2020. During IAE, I was trying it out during the free fly, and I was in an Avenger Titan. I was in Quantum, and it just left without. It just dropped me off in dead space and kept going. As I was, now I wasn't even moving around. I was just sitting in the pilot's chair.
So you activated Quantum and you and the pilot's chair got left behind?
No,
Actually, you know what?
no,
Now that you mentioned that, I think that happened to me
the
too.
The whole ship kept going, but it just deposited. It just ejected me into the middle of space when I was doing literally nothing.
All right.
Like, no,
Alright.
you're not getting there.
So guys, I'm in the ship now. I'm looking at the MFDs. So, as a pilot, just sitting in my hangar, I can't tell how many decoys and noise I have without focusing. I know where it's at, but I have to literally look at it for longer than a second and a half to realize how many decoys and flares I have.
Yep.
Decoys I can tell, 25, but I can't tell it's decoy because it's against a bright contrast through the corner of the window. I can't tell that that's the word noise, and the yellow lettering for the number, I have to look at it longer to realize that that says noise in 10. So 25 and 10. Okay. SCM and gun. Okay, that's the mode I'm in. SCM gun. Now I'm in SCM missile. SCM scan. I have to watch it. I'm looking in the left side, the left MFD right side, and that's where it shows what mode I'm in and what sub mode I'm in. Okay, now I'm switching over to nav. And that's such a small little patch there that even though it's flashing, it takes up a significantly less part of my screen. I don't notice it flashing if I'm staring at my center reticle. My speed limiter, I mean, it's on the top edge of my left MFD. I can look at that and I can see it just fine. And because the actual speed and the G's are on a dark part of the A strut, the A pillar of the ship, I can actually see it because it's against a dark contrast, such as my afterburner fuel, 100% remaining. Actually, I don't even know if that's my regular fuel or my afterburner, because technically the
Regular
bar to the
fuel
right
doesn't
is.
show up.
Then, hold on. Turn on the engines.
The only place I've seen regular fuel or quantum is in the
Okay.
MFD.
So that 100% remaining is actually boost.
Yep.
Okay. The way that it's divided, it looks like it could be two separate things. Looks like AFT is your afterburners, and percent remaining could be like your overall fuel tank. I do like that they moved the altimeter. The altimeter is just right of my reticle, just outside of the arcs of the scan signal and stuff like that. The compass is brought down from the top edge of the screen to just above my pitch angle, so I kind of like that. What else? The MFDs that I have are so small that if I want to change MFDs, these buttons are tiny and hard to hit, especially in the middle of combat. If I need to switch from power to something else, like shields, if it wasn't in the upper left corner of my screen because I'm wearing a combat helmet, I wouldn't know what my shields are without switching to it. I've only got two MFDs. I need to know what my shields are and what their shields are. But now I've got the problem of how do I change my power? And everyone's going to go, oh, well, you got to keybind those. Okay, well, have you seen the keybinds for the new power system?
Oh, it's rough.
It's very rough. Because you don't just have it used to be 2 keybinds per point of the triangle. You had...
Like 6.
Well, no. I mean, yeah, 6 total, but 7 technically, because you had a rebalance. So you had 2 for weapons, 2 for shields, and 2 for engines. 1 to take it to 100, and 1 to raise it incrementally. Those are your 2 keybinds for each. And then you had 1 to balance it out. And that was it. Now with it on being the resource system, now you've got these pips. I have a power generator that gives me 24 units of power. And I have to divide it not between my engines, weapons, and shields. No. I have to grab this tiny little slider and slide it across, and I got to make sure all these systems are powered. My 2 coolers, which take up, what is that? 6 pips total? 6 units of power. My radar takes up another 3, so there's 9. My life support takes up 1, but it could be 2. I don't know why I get the option to increase my life support. I don't even know what this is. Tractor beam. Oh, okay, so I have 2 pips for my tractor beam. Then I've got shields. Minimum of 3 pips, just to bring shields online. But it can go as high as, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pips. I don't have a power plant big enough to fill that. I have 12 pips. If I wanted to fill all of that, let's see what I'd have to do with the default loadout. I'm going to take the extra pip out of cooling. I'm going to turn off... Oh, what the hell? I'm going to turn off my radar. I'm gonna turn off my life support. I'm gonna turn off my tractor beam. And now I've got 8 more pips. I had to turn all that off just to get full shields.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a joke, is what it is. Only nobody's laughing.
Yes, engineering will bring in tuning, but that's not in the game yet. But yet we have to deal with this bullshit until tuning's in.
Uh-huh.
And yes, I agree the new ship, or as you call it, the NFT, looks much more clean and realistic. I do like this ship.
Wait, are we calling this? Did someone call the Zeus an NFT?
Yeah, the ships are NFTs. Unless he meant MFD.
I don't know. I kind of like NFTs better.
NFT fits. I like it.
Well, no,
That's
see, we're
weird.
talking about the MFDs, so he might have meant MFD, but he called it an
Seems
NFT, which means that, you know, the ship is an NFT, because I invested in it, but, you know, we all know how NFTs went.
Oh God, don't start me on that, please.
But, yeah,
Did
if
you
I
lose
want
money?
if I want full power to shields without compromising my engines or my weapons, I have to turn off my radar, my life support, my tractor beam, and I had to take power out of cooling. Just to get full shields. He corrected, MFD. Multifunction display.
Aw, dang.
I mean, yes, see, we're talking about this, they look cleaner, right? The functionality of it is trash. Because in a fight, I can't do this. This is a 3-person ship, so technically one other person on my ship could do it, but they have other jobs. I have a gunner on my left side, and I have a tractor beam operator on my right side. So technically, since we're not using a tractor beam in combat, he could operate the power, and I could tell him what I need.
Then, because he would also most likely be the one running around fixing
But
shit.
here's the other thing to consider. You've got power. How many times has someone else in your ship been able to adjust your power? Show of hands, anyone? No? No hands? Okay.
No.
Case in point. So maybe, I don't know, we haven't tried that yet. There's no one sat in the seat and adjusted my power. But, I mean, maybe they fixed it. Maybe we actually, maybe we have, you know, the ability to, yeah, I don't know. I can tell you I don't like it. Yeah. So this right here is your gun allocation, right? Fire groups. You have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Starting with, logically, 0. 0, 1, 2, and 3, actually. Not 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can just click. There you go. If I can get my head tracker to be stable while I click things. You can just click things like that, and you should be able to scroll wheel. I'm in. Was I in SCM? I was in SCM. Let's go back. Oh, that's the other thing. You change modes and it switches your MFDs back. There we go. So you can scroll wheel to change your weapon selection. And then your fire button is left mouse. And if you, let's say you only want one gun on that one and one gun on that one. So if I want to fire one gun and only the left one, there you go. I want to fire only the right one, there you go. If I want to fire them both, there you go. Right click is your precision mode, which I like that. Being able to, you know, focus in as a pilot and hit specific components, I like that. I think it'd be very useful in fighters. They're going to use it a shit ton. But ultimately, I still don't like the feel of this new thing. The first thing that messed up all of this was master modes. Okay, here's your shields. Do you remember the information you used to get with shields? You used to get the HP pool of all of your shield faces. I mean, you get it. It's right here. Here's your total up here, and here's your shield face down here. Or maybe this is your total, and that's your shield face. Yeah. It's in the upper left corner, not next to your shield faces. Mind you, this is a medium ship, which means I should have 2 emitter groups. I should have a forward emitter group and a rear emitter group. And yeah, we're gonna get different MFDs for different ship manufacturers. That's true. Other ships are gonna have more MFDs than these two. But this is a brand new ship. How come I don't have an MFD hanging from up there? How come I don't have an MFD hanging in the upper left and upper right? Yes, I have great visibility in this ship. It's absolutely fantastic. But I also need more information. If I have to take a helmet off, which, by the way, if you take a look at my weapons, you can't tell where my weapons are. I can tell you where they're at. They're right here. 7 and 10. You can't tell that those are weapon allotments until you pull the trigger. All of a sudden, oh yeah, those numbers change when I pull the trigger. Those must be my ammo count. You can't tell that they're ammo count otherwise. Okay, I'm gonna switch to missiles. Where's my total missiles, guys? I can't see it. Even in a dark contrast. Oh, there it is. It's purple on purple on purple. That's my total. That's what my missile is. I can read that. But my weapon count, or my ammo count, was down here. Why is my missile count up here? I don't have my weapon count anymore because I was on guns. Okay? It's gone. I switched off of guns and I'm on missiles. How come my missile count hasn't replaced it? It's up here now. And it also shows my arm state. I do like that. Okay? I have an arm state. Problem is, in order to see my arm state, I have to look up in this corner. I'm focused here. This is my target, right in the middle. Why do I have to look way over here to look at my weapons? I need that information right here. Right in this circle. I need to know what my ammo count is right here below my angle of approach, my angle of attack. My compass is right here, needs to be there. When I switch from weapons to missiles, I need my weapon ammo counts to disappear, and I need my missiles to show up right here. I need the arm state somewhere here. I don't care where, as long as it's in this circle. I need to know how many missiles I'm firing, probably somewhere right here at the bottom again. You know, this is just ridiculous. I'm going to change modes again. Okay. Change to scanning. It tells me right here at the bottom, scanning in progress, so I know I'm on scanning mode, but if I want to know what mode I'm on, I have to look in this tiny little square right here. And even then, it's in yellow, which again, against high contrast, or against bright colors coming through the window, I can't read that. I can read the S, I cannot read C or M, and I can barely read SCN, which is short for scan. The only hint that I have is this white logo right along the dark rail that looks like a scanner. Yeah, I agree. The missiles being in the upper corner is absolutely awful. But right here, scan in progress, that tells me I'm on scanning. So at least I've got that right in my field of view. Sorry, I put my hand in front of my tracking camera, kicked everything out of... So I know I'm on scanning mode. Okay. Now I've changed modes again. I'm back to guns, but I have nothing in the middle to tell me I'm back on guns. But I can look here and see that my weapons are back. One of my weapons is down to 8. It hasn't fully regenerated, so that's a bug. Because we know, we went and looked at power. Oh, self status, look at there. I can see my 2 guns on self status. I can see my shields, but I can't see the shield amount anymore. Why can't we just combine self status and shields into one MFD? Put the shield status down here. Keep this right here for my guns. No target. This is my target status. Scanning. So the scanning panel is actually going to come in handy. It's going to be very handy, actually. Probably one of the best things they added to the MFDs. Because instead of having a little window in the upper right-hand corner, which you could barely read because the text was so small, and whenever you'd scan, things would run outside the window that was allocated for it. Now we have an MFD where when we scan, the entire readout is on this MFD that we can scroll through. So I like that. That is a great addition. I also like this. These are your settings. This is your configuration for your ship. Supposedly you can save this and you can export it. I have no clue where the export button is, but it's not here. You have general settings and you have gunner settings. They're toggle switches that are on your MFD. You can quickly scroll through, quickly toggle them on, and your ship is supposed to remember these. So when you leave your ship and store your ship, these settings, when you call the ship back, will stay that way for this ship. So that's cool. I like that too. You don't have to go into your game options and set your settings. Okay, they're right here. I like that. Then you have your comms panel, and that's been cleaned up a bit. I do like that. Very easily, it tells you that this button is the hail button. Before, the button had a symbol on it. This tells you what the target is that you're hailing, and that there's a hail button, and that's all you need to know for the comms panel. Then we're back to power. I apparently have lost some power in my weapons. I don't know where it went, but it pulled one unit of power out. I like that, supposed to. Now when you call a player, it's supposed to work properly. Yep, supposed to. I don't know, we haven't tested that, so I can't make fun of it just yet. But
Right.
this is a lot of information for a tiny screen. The power system is way too complex for the pilot to operate, especially if I'm in a fighter. If I pulled out a fighter, I have this same power panel. If I need to adjust my power mid-combat, I need a fuck ton of keys keybound in order to do stuff. Because I have to have one to put power into a system, then instead of just pressing 100% for another system, I can't do that because I've already allocated the power. I have to pull the power out before I can reallocate it. So I have to press 2 keys now if I want to reallocate power. If I want to go all power to shields and then pull it out and go all power to engines, if I want to pull all power from engines and put it into weapons, that's 2 keybinds instead of 1. Before, you could go 100% to weapons, 100% to shields, 100% to engines, and you could cycle those extremely quickly, as fast as you could press the buttons. Now you got to press 2 buttons for every single time you want to go to 100%. Okay, in a fighter, there is no engineer. That's the pilot. You have one person in a ship that has to manage the power allocation, that has to manage the weapon systems, that has to manage the shields, that has to manage all of this. This system is not meant for a single fighter, a single seat fighter. Now, if you have a 2-seat fighter, I can see your argument, especially in something like an Antares. If you have an Antares, okay, your guy in the back seat is not going to be running I was going to say countermeasures, but that's not what it is. The E-War. You're not going to be running the E-War systems all the time, so he can manage the power allocation. That makes sense. But what about for an F-7A Mark II? What about an F-7C Super Hornet? What about an F-7C Ghost? What about an Arrow? Hell, what about the Mantis? That's a ship that's big enough to have a second person. You have an interior that can fit 3 people. It's only meant for 1 person.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, don't get me started on the wasted space in the Mantis.
Yes, so you're going to have to overtune before you go into battle. The problem is, fighters, they don't sit on just... Okay, so this is another situation where they're lowering the skill ceiling, okay? Before master modes, not only did you have to know how to fly, but you had to know how to manage your power. So, throwing power into weapons, throwing power into shields, and throwing power into engines, you had to know when to do that. You also had to know your angles of attack. You had to know your 45s. So pulling into your 45s, you had to know tricording, being able to utilize your 3 different dimensions of thrust, putting thrust into, forward motion, upward motion, and rightward motion, or leftward. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make a difference. As long as you have 3 different directions going at the same time, you are considered tricording. But then you'd have to, your ship is going to go into a direction that is not forward. So you actually have to fight with that anticipation. If you want the maximum amount of speed, you had to tricord. You had to know your 45s. You had to know your power management. That was the skill ceiling. That's what you had to learn when you were a fighter pilot. Now, all you have to know is how to change modes and what the optimal power setting is. That's it. Your 45s don't matter anymore. Now the fastest way to get nose on is your pitch, up and down. That's it. So you have to roll to a position where your target is either above you or below you, and then you have to pull your nose in that direction. It is faster to pitch up and down than it is to pull a 45 and roll. Speeds are slower now. Any idiot with a gun on their ship can hit a target now. Every ship now has gimbals. And the gimbals are not stepped down either. So if you wanted to have a handicap and use gimbals, you had to use smaller guns. Now they fought that. They go, okay, you can now use gimbals with the full-size guns, but they're going to have a slower fire rate, which still has more DPS than a size-down gun. I've done the math already. Long story short, and I kind of have talked over my guests through this entire rant, but
I mean,
I've
just been chilling.
Right. Even still, the system is not ideal, and it's not going to get any more ideal. It's going to keep going in the way of bringing that skill ceiling down so everyone is on the same level. There's no skill in it anymore, and that's what all the fighters have been complaining about. And originally I was like, yeah, but now we're getting to the realm of team play. Okay, well now it doesn't matter how good you were. 2 fighters of any skill level against 1 fighter of superior skill level can still take out that superior skill level.
Yeah, it's becoming a lot more like Starfield, where it's just a DPS race.
I mean, it's not just Starfield. I mean,
well, no, but
EVE Online was a DPS race. But here's the thing about EVE Online.
Wait.
Here's how EVE Online kind of allowed you to still have a feeling of tactics. You had logistic ships. You had a wing of logistic ships where you could lock onto a target and be a healer. You could be a paladin or a priest in EVE Online and heal your fleet. You could add shield power. You could restore their hull. Like, you had the ability to heal your fleet and keep it alive in massive fleet battles. And positioning was a big thing too. Keeping your logistics wing behind your main force was ideal. Positioning was critical. Keeping the pesky little flies, your little frigates that are running around with fucking points on them, trying to lock anything down that they could reach. You have to be cautious of those. In this game, now it's just a swarm. It's a literal DPS race. The more guns you can put on a target, the faster that target dies. And that's the short and skinny of it.
And it's also not being helped at all by the fact that it's basically being encouraged by the introduction of things like the F7A and the F8.
Well, the F7, hold on, let me back up. The F8, let's start with that one. The F8 was a ship that came out, and it was advertised to be cutting-edge technology. It was the superior go-to ship for the UEE fighter force. It is the ship to beat because it's brand new technology. And what they do? Players complained. They nerfed it. It was in a good spot when it first came out. It's right where it needed to be.
Yeah.
They nerfed it. And then, on top of that, they nerfed a bunch of other ships right before the launch of its predecessor. Have you noticed a trend? They nerf the ship that has a replacement, or they nerf the tool that has a replacement. They have to justify the sale of that new thing. They nerf a ship the patch before, and everyone goes, "Oh, this is shit," and then they go, "Oh, the F7C's coming out. Look at its stats. It looks amazing." Sorry, the F7C Mark II. The Mark II is coming out, and everyone buys that. And then it's out for a while, and they give it a nerf, right? Because that's what they do. In order to sell something, you got to make it appealing.
Well,
It's
that
not.
was a
It's
joke
not. It's not the devs go, "Oh, we made it too powerful. We made a whoopsie." No, that wasn't a whoopsie. That's intended. Every game does that. That sells something. If you spend enough time playing a Chinese game that has gacha boxes, or you spend enough time playing any kind of game that has an in-game store, where you have any kind of competitive edge when you spend money, they will make the new thing overpowered. And I'm sorry, I talked over you again. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's,
I'm just
it's
on a
fine.
rant. I'm on a rant page, okay? It's kind of like a
No,
rampage, but I'm just ranting.
No, I get it. You care about it. That's yeah.
So, but things are running late. I have probably another 2 hours, maybe 5 hours of ranting I could do. I'm not. I'm gonna
Save
stop
it for
there.
next week.
Dude, I've got rants galore. It'll be
it'll
the
just
same
be-
episode
it'll
next
just-
week, guys. Same episode. Just, new
It'll
time.
just be it'll just turn in from what is it called? What is this?
This is called the. Honestly, no. The name is still fitting. I mean, the captain's log. The captain's sitting here in his quarters, just fucking ranting.
Oh, I was gonna call it the captain's rant.
I could call it that too. But no, I mean, no. The name's still fitting.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a captain at the end of the day, at the end of his shift, will do a captain's
It's gonna
log,
be
and he just
he's gonna be
unravels and
talking all the
unloads. Yeah, he's just gonna unload on his log, be like, "This fucking ensign did this and this and this. I had to deal with this fucking mess. These guys just don't know what the hell they're doing. They got to pull their heads out of their asses." And then he gets his rant out, and then he closes his log. It's like journaling. I'm telling you, captain's logs or any kind of personal log is the future journal.
Diary.
Yeah, sorry.
It's literally just
I'll
a
stop.
diary.
Yeah. I'll stop talking over. I keep doing it. I'm so sorry. I was so good last episode. I was so good.
I was doing it to you all last episode as well, so it's just something that'll come with time.
I know. No, it's not that. It's like I keep trying to like throw my opinion out there, and I hadn't completed my thought yet, so I was just trying to like get it out, and I was like, I should have just stopped and let you talk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyways.
I am guilty of the same thing.
So, yet again,
Especially.
I will sum up. Yet again, here's the bottom line. The Zeus. It will be my main ship. It's my main go-to. It cannot fight. It can haul cargo. It doesn't go very fast. By the way, you're never gonna outrun anything in this thing. 400. Well, I take that back. In SCM, you probably run away from half of the. You'll run away from all the heavy fighters. The light fighters will catch up to you. In Nav, you go just as fast as everyone else. You're not gonna get away.
Yeah, and then no chance against an interceptor.
Nope, no chance. Interceptors are pulling 500. You're pulling 400 at most.
Yeah.
So, I can't escape in this thing. I can't fight in this thing. I will fly it solely on the premise of it looks goddamn good.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. I think the best way that I can describe the Zeus's, especially the CL, like the CL specifically. Let's just talk about that one. It is just candy for pirates. Because a huge hold for its whole health. And
Yeah.
so you just take it down, soft death it.
Dude,
And then
it has so
lose
little
yours.
health. It has so little health you don't soft death. It goes straight from full health to 0.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to soft death it and not just lose half the cargo.
See, that's another reason to fly this ship. That'll be its redeeming quality. The pirates won't get your cargo, but you won't get it back either because it'll be exploded.
It's like if I can't have it, nobody can. I will say one thing because I didn't really get to comment on it. I do love. Back when we were talking about the ship, I love the look of the canopy. It is like my one complaint about it is that there's not very much. You can't really see much above you, so like you can't see if you're about to fly straight up into the hangar doors in first person. But other than that, like just the field of view is very nice for a non-combat ship.
You can kind of look around it. It's hard, but you gotta have head tracking for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I am speaking from the perspective of just using head tracking. But like, it's not like it feels the struts feel a lot less obtrusive than in the Connies.
Oh no, yeah, for field of view, like for forward field of view. Here, let me.
Yeah.
There we go. I have my A pillar coming down literally 2/3 of the way down my left and right side of the screen, and comes to a point just at the bottom of my field of view in my screen if I'm just looking forward. This is a fantastic field of view just looking forward. Okay, if I look to my side, I have a perfectly angled window to see what's going on straight to my left and straight to my right. I can even, with head tracking, I can look back and see the people operating with me. I can look down. I can see the ground underneath my feet. I can see next to me on the ground. Great field of view all around. Fantastic canopy. Hats off, kudos, good job. Beautiful. We were talking about aerodynamics. Look at the ship. It's literally a delta wing. You could be doing 0.5 Mach, and this thing will literally fly itself. You don't need your thrusters to keep you aloft. The shape of the ship itself will keep you aloft. When your gear are up, I just had them up, I'll put them out again. Your winglets, they extend out to an angle that looks about 45. I want to say that's about 45.
Oh, I was gonna guess like
if you're
from the wing.
Okay, yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Either way, regardless of what it is, if you're familiar with civilian aircraft, they have an aircraft called the V-tail Bonanza. The V-tail was still very useful for both vertical and horizontal stabilization. It wasn't perfect, but you could put flight surfaces on those. You could put ailerons on that, which would act both as your ailerons and your rudder, because of the angle of the flight surface. Other than that, those are the only spots. Literally the only spots for flight surfaces. I don't know how this thing is going to fly in atmosphere. I mean, it has plenty of lift. It's going fast enough. It has plenty of lift.
Yeah. But the main thing is just going to be adjustability.
The winglets are far enough out that if you were to, step on your rudder pedals, that would cause enough difference to roll the ship. Not fast, but it'd do it.
Yeah, but yeah. Honestly, I really hope that I really hope that control surfaces come with 4.0?
I don't think they will.
Dang.
I don't think they will, and I'll tell you why. I don't think that they have spent time on the physics engine enough to confidently put that out. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
They may put it out in 4.0, but I don't think we're going to see that until after 4.0.
I could see that. 'Cause we also haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah,
since, like more than a year ago.
And if you listen to, what the head of CI, the talking head of CIG says, Jared. If you listen to what he says, if you don't hear anything about it, if you don't hear any news on it, it's generally not in production.
So that means the Banu Merchantman is in purgatory, as we suspected.
Well, we knew that. The team that was making it quit, and they haven't given it to a new team yet. They said specifically that they were going to be focusing on bringing out the ships in backlog by by maker, starting with RSI. So here's RSI. This one wasn't in backlog. They announced it last year, and it's out. So we know that they're working on RSI, but really, are they? Are they working on the backlog like they said?
No, considering, unless they just release a whole bunch of ships that they were keeping hush hush, like that they're working on the background. Like say they released the Galaxy, which they also announced recently. That's not really a backlog.
No, it's not a backlog, but it is now on the backlog.
Yeah. But like say they released a Perseus.
So one thing I heard, and I don't know how credible the source is, but one thing I did hear was that once the Polaris comes out, then they will begin work on the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And once the Galaxy comes out, then they'll begin work on the Perseus. That's the rumor mill.
Yeah. And it makes sense from a logical perspective because because as they finish each ship, they're going to have more assets that they can use on the next one.
Yeah, theoretically speaking. So far, each ship that they've made has been wholly and utterly unique. So, I mean, while they're getting the design language down, they're not creating parts that are universal across ships. The canopies are all different. The fuselages are all different. They're not even using the same engines. The only parts that I've seen that they've reused have been the maneuvering thrusters.
Main thing I'm thinking of is like corridors.
They haven't even reused those.
Not yet, but there also haven't been any capital ships to.
I mean, okay, but I don't think. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna reserve that opinion because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth down the road. But I mean, even look at these landing gear.
Okay.
They haven't reused those. These are unique. Every part of this ship right here is unique.
Yeah.
So unless they're gonna.
Sorry, go ahead. I was speaking more within each class. So more between the Perseus and the the Polaris and the Galaxy, and maybe the Perseus.
Okay. I can see your point there.
Because they're going to be of a similar scale, so they could use similar assets, where they could, even if it's not identical, they could use the assets from the previous one as a foundation.
I mean, I guess. Yes.
Whether or not that would be better than starting from scratch, I can't comment because that's out of my realm of knowledge.
So this looks like the heavy lift thruster, specifically for hovering, and this looks like a maneuvering thruster. So, interesting. Yeah. I mean, as far as assets go, the only things I can see them reusing are textures and bump maps and all the other shit. See, here's another hovering thruster. Maneuvering thruster. Maneuvering thruster. I'm telling you, I don't like the missiles where they're at. I'm gonna keep ranting about that.
And I believe
Because
that's
literally...
my cue to leave.
Anyways, yeah. Let's see, we're sitting at 10. It is 12:21 a.m. Eastern.
Yep.
We started at 9. We are
Might need to
3.5 hours almost into this. I think this is our longest stream yet, so we did
Well,
manage to pass that 2-hour mark.
We are, yeah. Yeah, I remember last week at the end of last week, you were last week's one. You were worried about it.
I mean,
now we know if we ever start running out,
just start bitching.
We just have you start ranting.
Yeah, I mean, Krendor already went to sleep. He's like, "Fuck this, I'm tired."
Yeah. Yeah, I heard him disconnect, and I'm pretty sure Stompy's just kind of just like.
Stompy's West Coast, man. He's chilling. It's only
Yeah.
10 o'clock my time. It's 9:30 his time. Like he's up for like another.
Specific.
He's up for another 5 hours, man. He's good to go.
Basically.
But yeah, no, we're gonna go ahead and call the stream here. There's plenty more to say about this ship. Plenty more to say about this update. Next week, what was it? Next week, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be here every single week at that time. We'll be continuing to go on about different aspects of the game. The style of what we're doing here is just kind of we pick a couple topics at the beginning, we start talking about that and see where the conversation goes. On this conversation, we actually kept kind of on the topic of the Zeus and whether it was good or not.
Well,
we got to the bottom of that. We got the answers. If you're interested in what those answers are, backtrack through the 3.5 hours, you'll find it. Sorry.
If you want the TLDR, the answer is no, but we're gonna be driving it anyways because it just looks so good.
Exactly. This is a situation of where the rule of cool has actually prompted me to keep using it as a daily driver. But ultimately, I am gonna get pissed each and every time I die because it should last longer.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's gonna be alternating between this and my 400i. I can't get over the central cockpit of the 400i.
I can't get over your ability to fly Origin ships. I just can't.
It's just the central cockpit. Like that is why I repledged the Galaxy, is because it has that centralized bridge.
Here's something I've noticed about me. If it is too luxury, I will not fly it. If it is too from the junkyard, I will not fly it. I cannot fly either extreme. I have to be somewhere in the middle. It's weird.
Yeah.
I can't stand the asymmetry of the junkyard, and I can't stand the extremely squeaky clean, like no fucking lines anywhere kind of ship. I just can't. It shines too much. It hurts my eyes. I can't.
You know what? You know what I am really sad about? That they got rid of all the spikes on the Merchantman concept. I loved it looking more like a FanDuel ship.
Okay. Well, that's a conversation for next week. We will table that one. That's a whole nother kit and caboodle.
I can already hear you wanting to rant.
Nope. I have nothing to say about that ship because I don't own it. I did not invest. Quote unquote invest, right? Okay, anyways. Thanks guys for showing up. Anyone who came by to show your support, thank you. We appreciate it. Anyone who is watching this after the fact, yet again, thank you. Make sure to add some comments or I think there's something to do with a thumbs up and some following.
The algorithm.
Yeah. Is that what they say these days?
Some love, baby.
It's all about Skynet. Anyways, thanks guys. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.
And remember,
Later.
If it's not bug, it's
It-
just a new feature they haven't declared yet. Wait, no, this isn't Bethesda.